What's going on, man?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
All right, cool. Do I sound like shit? I could adjust my settings.
Oh no, you're good. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got some other people joining. Everybody's gonna be here in a little bit.
Are you doing a live podcast right now, or
Yeah,
live?
we're doing a live podcast. We're just gonna cover some topics. If you want to chime in, that's cool. We only got like 2 more episodes until we gotta switch to another platform because YouTube or Google is trying to get rid of the connectivity between the Google Hangouts and YouTube. So you be able to start a Google Hangouts directly from YouTube anymore. You have to use the launcher, the webcam launcher thing from YouTube. It's fucking confusing. I'm hearing that they're getting rid of it because people are getting too many views from this, but that's just what I'm hearing. But it's just really kind of stupid at this point.
Yeah, those fucking faggot motherfuckers. Yeah, they want us to trust Stadia. Like, give me a fucking break, dog.
Yeah, I can't do that stuff. Where is Sam is here. We got a special guest. Black Metal is here. I'm here 2 times because they won't let me talk on my original account. So I had to add my other stuff. And I've been doing this for weeks now, guys, months actually. It's not my problem because obviously I've used my mic on multiple commentaries, gameplay, live stream, all that shit. I was using my mic that was hooked up to my computer yesterday for the PlayStation League podcast. But yeah, Google doesn't want to fix this issue, so I guess one of their things that they're going to do is get rid of it altogether. It's pretty stupid. Got a lot of topics to cover today. I'm going to wait for one more person. Big Money, Lincoln's coming, right? Yeah, Lincoln told me he's coming.
Yeah, I just got on when I talked to you, so I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
even see
Lincoln
him
said
online right now.
he a swing pass. And I think that's it. I sent one to Spartan God to see if he wanted to jump in here to talk about gears and stuff. Damn, it's about to be so much shit to talk about.
Can you hear me right now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
All right, great. Do I sound good?
Yeah, you sound much better.
All right, cool. I switched my headphones.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, family? What's up with ya?
What's going on?
How you been feeling, man?
Thrash. I've been feeling great, man.
Okay, good. That's good, bro.
Just waiting to get the situation taken care of with my blurred vision. They can't prescribe any glasses for me until they get my AC1. Right now, my blood sugar is fluctuating too much for them to prescribe anything for me. So in the meantime, I have to continue to wear reading glasses to be able to see.
Okay.
My blood
sugar. As long as it ain't nothing serious, you good.
No, I mean I got everything else under control. Got my blood sugar under control. Found a diet that helps me maintain my weight. And I'm working out about 3 times a week, getting my cardio in a couple of times a week. So everything good, man. It's just another challenge I had to overcome.
Okay.
Good shit,
Well, that's
dog.
good.
Congrats. I've been changing my lifestyle too.
Yeah, sometimes life forces you to do it. So
yeah. Okay, I think we got everybody here.
White motherfucker up in here.
Fucking Adam. Let me get Adam in here. I knew it was somebody I didn't get in here. It's always That one guy, Adam, is very important because that motherfucker knows what he's talking about when it comes to this shit. Where are you at, Adam? That's not good.
What's going on with you, Thrash?
Oh, we got Thrash in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, where the fuck is Adam Moore, motherfucker? I sent him a message. How long ago? Like a long time ago?
Who?
It couldn't be
Adam?
that damn long. I'm looking through my DMs, man. I don't send that many. I didn't even know I send that many people messages, man.
You like thrash metal thrash?
There we go. No, I think that's just the name. Let me see. Adam.
I'm muted and shit. I'm all talking the whole time.
What up, man? What's going
What
on?
up? What up? Nah, my last name is Thrash, bro.
That's your last name for real?
Yeah, I'm that awesome.
That's
man, you know?
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That's a cool.
man. Yes,
That's
sir.
like the best last name ever.
It is.
Oh shit.
The irony, you don't even listen to thrash metal and your last name's Thrash.
I'm saying.
Cool, though.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Okay.
I'll read Thrasher magazine. No, but go ahead. Oh, at least when it was out.
Everybody is here. We're waiting on Adam. We really fucking need him. He needs to get the fuck off of Call of Duty. Hold on. Where's my mic? Where's my other mic? Let me put my. Hold on. 1 second.
Yeah,
Adam.
I've been on Yakuza Marathon.
Adam,
I'm
still
on
there?
Yakuza 5. God damn. That's a lot of hours.
Hey, Mr. J. Hey, we're waiting for you, bro. You got like 8 people today. Okay. You're loading in your Xbox. Okay, he said he's loading in. He'll be here soon. Let's cover this first topic because I don't think we need him for that one. That'll be pretty cut and dry. The first topic is the Xbox One hardware sales are down by 48%.
Fucking Muchos Grande.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, fuck
Finally.
you.
Finally, bro.
Gotta
Hey,
get
you-
that Call of Duty.
I pay you a penny a year, bro, to be on this podcast. A penny a year. Come on. Gotta earn that other year.
Smell this dick. You bitch, bro.
Okay. Okay, you guys hear the topic. Xbox hardware sales are down by almost 50%. That's 48% compared to last year. What are your thoughts on that? Is this going to help them? By the way, their excuse is that the current gen is winding down or something like that. Was that their excuse?
It said something about current gen fatigue.
Yeah, current gen fatigue. That's what it was. Current gen.
What kind of excuse is that? They made it sound like I bought 19 consoles and got tired. So things are slowing down because everybody, bought multiple consoles, but they started to get, long-winded or some shit like that. Like they're getting tired.
All they had to do is say our gamers are tired of our bullshit. They don't have a reason to buy our system. This is what happens when you confuse your gamers. You have the classic Xbox One. You take away the camera. You sell it for $100 cheaper. Then you bring out the Xbox One S with the Blu-ray drive. All right, the 4K Blu-ray drive that doesn't actually make your system more powerful. It just gives the consumer the ability to play 4K Blu-ray movies. Then you bring out actually a powerful system, which is the Xbox One X. It has the 4K Blu-ray drive, but it's $500, the same price that got you in trouble in the beginning of the year. The beginning of this generation. So at that point in time, you have 4 consoles out on the market. Then you have the 5th console, which is the Xbox One S, but without any type of disc drive. And you're selling that for $300, which is around the same amount as the normal Xbox ones or the Xbox One S. So it's confusing. You got 5 models out there. Nobody knows what to buy. There's no reason to actually buy them because in between these 5 systems being out on the market, you start to pivot to caring more about the PC community than your own community. So we saw this happening when they made their little store, the Windows store, and they said, well, you can play games on PC and you can buy them over here. We knew that flopped because Rise Son of Rome didn't sell on the Windows store, so they were forced to put it on Steam. Then you had Quantum Break. That didn't sell on the Windows store, so they were forced to put that over to Steam as well. This was before they announced this year at E3 that they were going to put their games on Steam. So this year they announced all their games are going to Steam day one. Halo collection is going over there. Gears of War 5 is already confirmed to go over there. I just went on Steam store. I didn't see any Forza games on Steam yet. But the fact of the matter, is there a reason to own an Xbox One? No. So why do you say there's what is it? Generation fatigue? What was the phrase they used?
Current gen fatigue.
Current gen fatigue. When you push people away from wanting to buy your system, whether your game's stuck, you don't buy games, or you just lack exclusives at this point, you know. So, I mean, this happened last gen. Gears was one of their last best games on the 360. I believe it was Gears 3, if I'm not mistaken. And they ended the generation out on a better note than this gen, you know, because they were doing good like throughout the whole generation. Xbox was very well. It had great games. They were very aggressive when it came to third-party contracts and content. I think they were good. They were a good competitor last generation. I give them all the respect. Were they dirty? Fuck yeah, they were dirty. They were dirty as shit. It was almost as dirty as Sega and fucking Nintendo back in the day. But I respect that. I respect their grind. I respect their effort that they put forth.
You gotta have fucking nuts if you want to compete, bro.
Yeah, but this gen. So you do what you did this gen, and you say current gen fatigue is the reason why people don't want our system. Really? You don't even need the Xbox for Game Pass anymore.
Yeah, that has. I don't think that fatigue shit has nothing to do with it, man.
No.
They completely out of touch with the gamer. They completely out of touch with their own community, and that's a sad situation. What's going over there? I've been saying since day one, man. I don't know what the fuck they up to. I don't know what they thinking about. Everything, but this is a learning generation for them. This is their third term in the so-called video space realm. This is their third console, and we're about to go on their fourth. And if they don't learn from their mistakes this generation, I don't think they have. I was thinking to myself, man, if they just want to do the kumbaya shit, just put up an app. Take your console away and put up an app and just leave, because
this is what I want to ask. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I want to ask this to everybody. Everybody, I want answers from everybody. Can they change? Will they change? Will they just stop this bullshit they're doing? Can they do it? Can they say, we fucked up, exclusives matter, hey, PC, you don't get our games anymore. The only place you can buy this Gears of War 6, the Punisher edition, is only on the Xbox One Scarlet. Do you think they're smart enough to do that?
No.
Because the way they're doing it right now, the Scarlet won't sell at all.
Right.
I think fact of the matter is, first of all, Microsoft keeps going after a demographic that you cannot reel them in and keep them there. Casuals and PC people. As a person who has a gaming PC myself, the only reason why I even took a look at the Microsoft store is because the icon is on my taskbar by default. If it was not for that, I would not even look at the Microsoft store. They have got nothing in there that interests me. Then they keep going after the casuals. That was the big move that they tried this generation with the TV shit. They keep going after everybody except the hardcore. now I think the way things are structured, they are going after kids with Game Pass, with games like Bleeding Edge. I think this is targeted towards kids because all of us in here are grown. And I've said this before in some of my podcasts. If you guys got your mind made up, you're not going to buy something. Nothing's going to change your mind. But if my son, my 12, 13-year-old son comes up to me and says he wants a game, I might buy it for him. If he walks up to me and says, "Can I get a Game Pass membership?" It's only $1. I'm liable to go ahead and let him do it. And then you throw in content like Bleeding Edge and Ori of the Will of the Wisp, kids looking shit with rainbow colors. They're going after kids. It once again leaving out the hardcore people. And I don't get what their mentality is. I just don't. I think that this next generation Scarlet is going to be their last console. If Game Pass flops, I think
Game Pass isn't flopping. I think I saw one Xbox fanboy post up an article, and I don't know if I can take this as fact. So just take this with a big grain of salt. That they're the 87th most popular or some profitable company or something, and Sony didn't make it. They said Sony didn't make it on the list because they are losing a lot of money from somewhere. But once again, take that with a grain of salt because I didn't look at the article myself to see if money was actually on there.
That's
I even had to.
Yeah, but you look, a profitable company because of subscription services makes a lot of sense. For them to be at the 87th spot, that's actually nothing to brag about. But the fact of the matter is the only reason you're staying afloat or you're making any type of profit is because of your fucking subscriptions. It's really
look at the fucking Twilight books or the Twilight movies. They sold a lot, right?
They sold a lot, but they were garbage.
Is that good quality? Fuck no, it's not.
In Game Pass, to me, is only surviving because they keep offering these $1 a month deals.
Yeah,
I think if they go with this ultimate Game Pass, which is supposed to be $15 a month, if they go with that and don't bend and don't offer any specials, any deals or anything like that, and go with that straight $15 a month, some of those memberships are probably going to drop off because I know the numbers have to be seriously fluctuating with Game Pass, where people getting these $1 memberships, and then as soon as it runs out, they cancel the membership until the next $1 offer comes up. So I think that's the only thing keeping them alive. So with that being said, no, Game Pass isn't flopping. So so good job correcting me on that. I even had to correct myself on that yesterday. But
yeah, but I always wonder about these games that go for $60, but then you don't need to pay at all for these games. You pay $1 to get into the Game Pass, and you can play Gears of War 5 without paying $60. It's like they're dumb enough Xbox fanboy that will fall for the trap. It is very enticing that you pay $1 and you get access to all those games. Like Netflix. I'd rather play $15 or whatever we're looking at right now with $11 or $12 for Netflix, and we have access to all these movies and TV shows compared to me buying these box sets or these Blu-rays for $20 different version, or $30 or $40 for a TV show for the whole series. So it's cheaper. We all know it's cheap.
People, don't be so nice. Netflix and Xbox, don't correlate them together. They're more like the crackle of gaming.
Damn,
you're right. Because you're right. Because from what I heard, that advertisement issues hasn't went away for Xbox. Like on the Xbox store, on the interface, you still get a lot of ads. They're still.
Well, I think that a lot of people are still viewing what they're doing in the wrong light. Like, there's always a method to the madness. There's people who got to sign off and agree to the plan, and this has to be according to the plan. So you got to think about what the plan is. I think what they're doing is they knew going into this Game Pass shit that they was going to have all their games day and date on Steam, and that they was going to put Games Pass on Steam. The only way to make Games Pass valuable on a PC is to actually have your games available day and date on PC wherever you are. So I believe that they're going on Steam, having their games come out full price on Steam, and then say, hey, but you can still get these same games on Games Pass, and use the popularity of Steam to push Game Pass sales on PC.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
and then
they'll buy it. Yeah, they'll buy
yeah,
it.
yeah, they'll do it. Yeah, especially if they see that you got to know that it's a deal before you can see that it's a deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're pushing right now. And I think next generation, I think they're gonna do just like Sony did with PS Plus and make Ultimate Edition a must instead of just Xbox Live a must to be online. You can need Ultimate Edition a must to play online. You know what I'm saying?
PC also?
No,
Xbox?
for the Scorpion. No.
Okay,
Just for Xbox, but just not the Scorpio, but for the Scarlet. They're gonna make the Scarlet. They're gonna make it to where it's not Xbox Live on there. It's gonna be Xbox.
Just call it the Xbox Harlot because it's whoring out all their shit to other platforms.
Xbox is a third-party conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to become the next EA. They're EA.
It reminds me of the Steam box, like from fucking 8 years ago.
Right. I mean, they're trying to be that. They don't want you to think of Steam. They want you to think of Xbox. And they got so many people who just say, okay, Xbox, and just think whatever Xbox does is okay. They like this shit. They're taking advantage of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Game Pass it's not I wouldn't say it's flopping because it haven't been out long enough, but it isn't making as much money as it did in its first year because it's costing $1. And on top of that, what are we looking at as far as it flopping? How much money it makes, or how many subscribers there are? Because you can have 1 million subscribers, and they all pay $1 and make $1 million a month off of them for temporarily or whatever. But then if PS Now is fucking $19 and they only get half of that, 500,000 people on it, but they got 700,000 people on it, and they still making 52 something million dollars. They lead the whole online streaming gaming shit. Sony leads it because they charge the right amount and give you a right amount of games to go with it. So Microsoft has to make a choice sooner or later because now developers are starting to complain about the games. They're not getting paid enough on Games Pass. And so they're going to have to make a choice sooner or later, you know what I'm saying, to raise the price or whatever. They're going to have to do it. So it is what it is.
Kind of depressing, man, because I'm not an Xbox hater. I mean, Sony's always been my number one platform since PS1, but I want them to do better because I like competition. I want good games. I want good shit.
Exactly.
And seeing this
shit, everybody wants them to do
I gotta go to Nintendo as my secondary.
Yeah, look, I never thought that I would be going back to Nintendo. I started with Nintendo. I left them in 2005, obvious reasons. I got a PSP after the DS, and my eyes open. I was with Nintendo for a long time, from the Super NES to the DS. But after I got the N64, I got a PlayStation in the house for the first time. And, I love SmackDown 2. I love Get Ready to Rumble. I love Test Drive. Jet Moto 3 I played a lot. And there's many others that I grew up playing on the PlayStation. I again got a PlayStation 1 later on, where I played Mega Man Legends and other games like those. So, I was there with PlayStation, but still, Nintendo had that handheld power early on. So when I moved around a lot as a kid, so they were always there for me. But, after being proven wrong myself, by getting a PSP and seeing how awesome it was compared to the DS that I had for between 2004 and early 2005, I was like, man, this is where I want to be. My brother was playing all these RPGs on a PS2, and I was still in school. I didn't have money. I didn't have a lot of time. So the PS2 was there. It had RPG, a junior to the PS2. That's how I looked at it. I could get a piece of that greatness that he was always going to GameStop every week buying a new game. I could get a piece of that. And then, I growed up with him, and, next thing you know, 360 came out. He gave me the PS2. Next thing next year, PS3 came out. He gave me his 360 and a PS2. I started playing Fable. I started playing a Crackdown demo. But the PS2 was there. And I was like, that's what I really wanted. So I ended up eventually trading in the 360 and get more games for the PS2. You know, and that's how I became the gamer that I am right now, just primarily on PlayStation because they have the games that I love. You know, they lock it
The way
down.
you know what, Jay, the way I look at it right now, like with the big three, I always compare this like this is way back in my young days. My girl sitting right here, but it's like you know when you got three girls, right? You got your main girl, you got the
Oh,
side bitch, and then you got the
oh no,
bitch you fuck with every now and then.
God,
Microsoft has become
getting in
the girl
trouble.
you fuck with every now and then. Now Nintendo has stepped up. She my main side bitch. She my main. I ain't fucking with nobody else. I ain't even going back over old girl house no more
Mhm.
until she get her shit right.
But
She need to get her
hold
shit
on.
right.
But what about the PC? The PC, and I've said this a lot. This
Oh,
morning,
that's a hooker. That's just a plain old hooker. She's a hooker. That
saying that
I
the
don't even
PC
want to spend
is
no money
stepping.
on her no more.
No, but the PC is stepping up its game to take the Xbox's spot because
PC
they're
is
more.
like the Lisa Ann of fucking porn star whores, like hot milf.
Yeah, like she's like PC is not. You know what? PC. I tell you like this. I tell you. PC is like for the upper class white man that don't know no good. That's paying $500 an hour, and I get a girl like $10 an hour. That's who the PC is because
Mm.
she upper class, but she really not upper class to black people. No offense to white people, but
That's
you know what I
cool.
mean. She's
That's
not
cool.
gonna give her
No
no
offense.
$500 an hour. She's not nothing. That's who the PC is. That's what I equate with the PC people. That shit right there. Don't nobody want to fuck with her. I'm not fucking with her. She costs too much, and I give her ass $10 on the street. I'm not fucking with her at all. I got my main girl. I did have my one bit, but she fucking up. So I got my Nintendo. I fuck with them, only them two. Microsoft, they lost their place. They don't know what the fuck they doing anymore. I don't even know what to say. Like I say, I'm hoping this is a learning experience for them. Cause since this shit started, everybody had a down year. Sony had their down year with the PS3. Nintendo, they had their down year. I can't remember when I think they had their down year maybe with the Wii U. That's one of their down years. They learned from what they did that was real bad that the consumer. First, you got to connect with your community. You don't have to connect with all the gamers. And that's what Microsoft is trying to do. They trying to step over their community. They trying to please the PC bitch that don't nobody want to fuck with and they don't even know how to please their own. You're supposed to take care of your home first.
Exactly. But
Take care of your home first.
I wanted to try to get a hold of this analogy because PC and Xbox are kind of relevant to PlayStation and Nintendo at this point in time. They just are. They not on that level at all. Whether it's the hype of any future announcement from Nintendo or from Sony, or it's just the sales from games or hardware. I mean, Nintendo and Sony, it's crazy that they took the spotlight. They took the spotlight in a generation that I thought could have been a little easier for Microsoft since they started out so good. But I always go back to and some people call it a petty thing to say, but I say it's 100% spot on. Xbox only did good last gen because it started a whole year ahead of the competition.
No, that's absolutely true. Plus, it performed better. PlayStation fucked itself with that high price point and a sub processor. So games like third-party games look like shit, or not look like shit.
Yeah, the developers
Performed
didn't want to. It was a headache to learn the technology, but at the end of
they still won though. Like,
yeah, that's the funny thing. At the end, they still fucking won, and it's like, wow, that's horrible. Like they look. I'm gonna say at the end, Microsoft got cocky and they didn't try as hard. And I don't know what happened with that. I don't say it's a bad thing because you did good overall last gen. I give you a lot of credit. You did much better than with the original Xbox where you started. You did way better than this gen because your Xbox 360 outsold the Xbox One. PS4 outsold the PS3. You see what I'm saying? You see how that works?
Yeah.
It's not good.
I think in the big picture, they're competent in being like the mid tier, like mainstream console for like the casual gamers. Like you look at like In-N-Out Burger, like, oh, they got the best shit ever, or like fucking Whataburger. But then you got your Burger King or McDonald's. I think Xbox wants to be the Burger King or McDonald's of gaming. They just want to appease to like the mainstream crowd.
Mainstream. They want to be for everybody.
Because
that's what I'm saying.
a lot of my family members, like my little cousins, like I got Xbox. Like, why don't you have Sony? They don't care about exclusives. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, but some people call them broadband gamers. Some people call them 3D gamers or casual gamers or modern day gamers. I don't know what the name is for the gamers that grew up playing Xbox One and PS4, but not PS2, PS3, or PS1, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know any better.
Faggots, but I'm old school.
Yeah, but they don't know any better. So it's like,
yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna try to educate them because, hey, I don't got that much fucking time to sit down and let them know, oh, this is better because of this. No, if you don't know what's good, just keep supporting it until your eyes widen up. It's happened for a lot of people this gen. There are a lot of Xbox gamers, Crap Gamer, to be specific. His eyes widened up. He could not defend the bullshit going on over in Microsoft. As long as he'd been doing it, he couldn't do it anymore, man. He couldn't do it anymore. He woke up.
There's a lot of people over there that do that, and I'm happy. I can't. You know what? Like now, a lot of people turn those people away, be like, nah, because you was sucking up too long. No, like no matter how long they sucked up to that company, man, at some point they open up and they eyes, and you got to give them credit for that, because everybody points out Crap Gamer is. I think he's the number one outspoken fan for Mike. Ever since I've been listening to YouTubers, he's the number one fan that I've seen that's spoken out in a way where motherfuckers like, you crazy as hell to keep thinking like that. Now that he's changing his tune, I give him all the credit in the world. He deserves everything he gets. Now, a fan of yours.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you know when people start leaving you because you tell the truth. Those are not real friends. That I don't think so.
Yeah,
those
exactly.
are not real friends.
Yeah, wholeheartedly agree.
It's cool the Crap Gamer doing that, but I think he kind of didn't have a choice. I mean, the well finally ran dry over at the Xbox. And you notice how him and MBG pretty much flipped at around the same time. That's the well dried up, and they had to.
True.
They had to go in another direction.
They don't want to get real jobs, though.
Yeah. But I think at first I said, I still feel like they're a couple of frauds. I'm not gonna lie. If somehow miraculously, if Microsoft was able to turn this thing around and be competitive with Sony, or even outdo Sony, then they'll be right back over to that Xbox side.
Yeah,
spread the toxic shit.
I saw a prime example, and then after I say this, we got to move on to more of our topics. Is Tim Dog. Tim Dog was coming at me this weekend because we segue into it because of Gears. The Gears of War stress test. They are hyping up Gears. So one thing I did notice, the people that are sharing any images or gameplay of Gears, just pay attention to this. They might look good, but they're sharing the same image and the same gameplay, and they're from the Xbox One X. Okay? They're not sharing any gameplay from a standard Xbox. The majority of the Xbox community, we all know this to be true. They did not buy the Xbox One X. The most powerful Xbox One model on the market, they did not buy it. The majority of the Xbox community has a weaker Xbox One. And if they were to show us an in-game screenshot from Gears of War stress test or Gears of War 5, the final version, it probably won't be better than a lot of the games that we saw.
Oh, I can tell you that firsthand because I have an Xbox One S, and I have a 4K bedroom in my, in my bedroom, and the colors I think are not good. The edges are rough. It's just this 4K upscaling bullshit that they tried with the Xbox One S is just not good. It does not look good on the Xbox One S. So basically, when my son comes over here, he has an Xbox One X. It looks decent on there, and it looks decent on PC. I will admit, but this is not. To me, this isn't Gears 5 as far as the graphics goes. This is Gears 4.1, 4.2, whatever you want to call it. The way the graphics looks, it looks like the shit should be DLC.
That's illegal.
I didn't even get to see none of it, so I can't really tell. I'm just now hearing about that. I know they had that test. So I'm saying, what was it? Is it a beta? Is it an open beta or what?
Test, but it's basically a beta. So the stress test is a beta. They're just trying to stress out the servers, which is something weird for them to do since they claim that they have the best servers on the fucking market. So
right, and with this thing only being about a month and a half out,
is it 5 versus
shit
5?
having?
Is it 5 versus 5 or is it like
5 versus 5? And I will admit the gameplay, a lot of the shit is still the basic shit, but you know they added a few twists in there, and it is a little more fast paced. It wasn't bad. Nothing that nothing that I would jump out of my seat over, but it does feel slightly different. But the graphics, no, it's to me, you can make a case that it's Gears 4 or even worse.
Yeah, look, it's sad, but I've been getting attacked by a lot of people on the Gears side this weekend. Shut up, Sam. And I fought back, bro. And yeah, I used Uncharted 4's multiplayer. We already know the lighting and the animations are much better. You got more fucking guns to choose from. Yeah, the game is 3 years old, but I didn't start the fight. I see Gears of War fans, or yeah, that's what we would call them. We can't call them Xbox fans because Gears of War is on both platforms. So Gears of War fans were attacking me, and they started to say it looked better than Uncharted 4. And I don't know what their concept of time is, but Uncharted 4 is a 3-year-old fucking game. It came out in 2016. We got information from it in 2015, and I think we got a beta at the edge of 2015. So maybe 4 years, maybe a 4-year-old game if you think of it that way. They're comparing Gears to that, and of course the single player shits on everything in Gears, but they started to show out of focus, blurry ass images from the multiplayer. So I booted it up. I started putting out my own content, my own screenshots, and clearly saw it doesn't look that bad. I already knew it never did, but I don't like this fanboy mentality that they're going back to. I saw many years ago last weekend, where we're going to make it look bad by making a picture look out of focus and hey, look, our game looks better than it. But then when somebody like myself, which has a PS4 Pro and has better quality screenshots, the screenshots they can take in their games, I prove them wrong. I don't hear from them again. Don't put out the bullshit if you can't fight. As simple as that.
Hey man, Jay, you know what I've been looking for in a lot of games, and I hear from a lot of people now that I don't hear from a lot of gamers. I always hear about the way the game looks, how long is the game. It's more attention paid to stuff like that. And ever since I was little, I always thought that video games, the number one thing for me was, is it fun to play? I never hear that question or that answer anymore. It's all about how it looks, how many frames it's running, what is it running at? Is it running at 4K? How many guns are in the game? How many guns are not in the game? Is it third person? Is it first person? I never hear anybody say about any game, is it fun? Is it fun to play? You never hear that anymore. You never hear that question. It seems like gamers don't care about how
is it fun.
I kind of learned from Fatal, because Fatal always told me, like, man, I never cared about how a game looked. To an extent, I do. I am a graphics whore. Always been a graphics whore, but I always wanted the game, no matter how the game looked, I wanted to play well and let me have fun playing it. Now you never hear that question, man, and you never hear the answer to that question because don't nobody ever ask, don't nobody care how that, because like if you take a game like Super Mario Brothers, the first Super Mario Brothers, if you play that now, right, and it doesn't look good. We all know it doesn't look good.
It looks good in
it
dreams.
Oh shit! Here you go.
It looks
No.
good.
Nice plug.
No, 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 no.
Fucking dreams. Fuck
God
out of here.
damn it.
Yeah, you walk right into that wall. I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is not a paid advertisement. I was wrong. I said that you would take it with a grain of salt. The information that I plugged in came from Clint Eastwood, where he said Xbox, not Microsoft, is in the 87th spot as far as the most popular brands. And he said Sony and Nintendo didn't chart. Well, somebody got a screen grab of this information. Sony might not have charted, but PlayStation did. In the UK, we have PlayStation at number 3 as far as brands, the greatest. Number 7 in this other area, it DE. I don't know what that stands for. And then in the United States, it's number 13. Now, I don't see Microsoft, and I don't see Sony or Nintendo as far as the United States brand ranking. But I do see PlayStation at number 13, number 7 in this other country, and then in the UK, it's number 3. So Clint Eastwood purposely put out false information, and it has now been corrected. So if you're seeing him put out that information, if you see any Xbox fan put out that information, make sure you get them correct them. That Xbox is not charting and Microsoft isn't charting either. Sorry. So we're talking about Gears. But let me see. I'm gonna go and share the screen if you guys don't mind. We're gonna head on over to Spider-Man is the best-selling superhero game ever. Anybody want to talk about that real quick?
Is that in the United States or is that just period?
I think it was just MPD, right?
I think that's MPD, so that's United States, but that's still pretty big because Spider-Man is the character with the American flag colors, so it's a no-brainer. However, Batman Arkham City was number 1, and that game has been on everybody's platform. It's been on the Wii U, it's been on the PS3, 360, PS4, Xbox One, and the PC. 6 different platforms. If you want to be real honest. And the game is old as shit. And it got a remaster. You mean to tell me Spider-Man beat that game? And it hasn't even been out a year yet?
That's pretty impressive.
That's beyond impressive. That's proven that first party games still have the strength and the will to be the best games out there.
Exactly.
What do y'all personally think, though? Because I prefer Arkham City over Spider-Man, in spite of, the other one outselling it lifetime was. Arkham City is one of the best games I ever played. It's still up there for me.
I like Asylum overall.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the Arkham games are worse than Spider-Man. I'm not going to go as far as to saying that. But as far as the sales aspect, 1 platform versus 6, this is what people need to understand. Exclusives matter. They never stop mattering.
Oh, fuck yeah, they matter.
Okay, they never stop mattering. I wanted to share my screen real quick. Hold on.
Stop matter.
The power of dreams is anything matters, to be honest.
I mean, if you look at it, a lot of people take comparisons in the wrong way. People think that every comparison is based on what's better than the other. It's not true at all. It's more about you got to compare. If you're comparing something good to something else, then that other something else is good too. So it's like you just comparing, like, okay, this game is Batman is immensely popular. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah,
definitely.
And for Spider-Man to beat it, Batman is like the most favorite in the DC Comics period.
And this is what I want to say about Batman. Batman is older than Spider-Man.
Right.
Batman is like, what, 70-something years old?
Yeah, he started out the detective series and shit. Yeah, and all that, yeah.
Yeah, so, look, all I'm going to put out there right now, man, is Batman older than my grandmother. Batman's older than my grandma. That's crazy. That character that you can be born and know who Batman is without seeing him. That's how it is. It's in our DNA, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And for a character and just one of the best Batman Arkham games, which is Arkham City, to be on 6 different platforms and still get outsold in less than a year by Spider-Man. I mean, it was crazy. One thing I gotta say about Spider-Man though, outside of the DLC outfits, it was 3 outfits per each chapter. So you got a total of 9 outfits if you did everything in the DLC chapters, right? You still got free outfits after the DLC ended. We got 2 new outfits from the brand new Spider-Man movie. We got the Tobey Maguire outfit because people just kept asking for it. You know, the game has been supported and expect that game is going to get more outfits going to the 1-year anniversary this September. The support for this game can't be compared to anything else.
Yeah. Jay, let me. I want Sam. Let me ask you a question right quick. Now,
is it about dreams?
For what you saying? Oh shit! I ain't fucking with you.
Stay away
from
that.
What you saying, bro? Like, are you saying that because you're more of a DC fan, or you're talking about the game? You think the game is way better than Spider? Well, not way better. You just like it better.
I just think Arkham City. Yeah. I just think it's a better game overall. Like the boss battles were better. It had more content, stuff like that. But it's just incredible. Like the popularity and then the Avengers movie. It's like a perfect storm with Spider-Man basically on the PS4.
Yeah, because Spider-Man came out after home. This Spider-Man game came out after Homecoming, but we knew about it since Homecoming. And then a lot of Marvel movies have dropped between the Spider-Man game coming out, including Civil War, had already dropped at that time when we knew about Spider-Man. We knew about Spider-Man for 3 years, this game, since 2016. So 3 years, there was a lot of Marvel movies coming out, man. Like, a lot. So, it broke an amazing wave. But for one platform to do this, bring out.
It still don't take away from the accomplishment of what Insomniac did. They even if the movies wouldn't have came out, I still think it would be where it's at. But you are right; it was a perfect storm. Sam is right; it was a perfect storm.
Perfect.
That's how you set when you do business and you got a 10-year road plan. That's how you do it. That's a perfect storm. Everything is going exactly the way Marvel wanted it in every aspect. For every character that they wanted to put out for movies, games, whatever.
Breaking records in the box office also. Like Sony has been doing good with Spider-Man for many, many years now. Ever since Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse getting those awards and breaking those records. Then you got the new Spider-Man Homecoming, which was amazing, by the way. I loved Homecoming. Far From Home was way better than Homecoming. Sorry.
Fuck you, I got that.
It was great. Since we're talking about exclusives and British Boy is back. I wanted to.
Sorry, man. I just had to go downstairs and pray to Phil Spencer. You know what I mean?
God damn it!
Gotta pray for his exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck. Beat my ass. Yeah, I'm done, man. I'm done. He beat my ass, but I beat the crap out of him as well. Okay, cool.
Death Stranding box art. I wanted to go over there.
I'm sorry, I made a little bit of noise. Can you hear me clear?
Oh, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, thanks.
Okay, so I want to talk about this box art. Adam had some stuff to say about the box art. The fuck?
That's what he had to say.
Oh, God.
He said he had something to say about it. That's what he said.
That nigga turn into a werewolf over there, nigga.
I think he took Xbox One again, man. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Oh, my God. I just had to puke. Okay.
Shut the hell up, Adam. Look, so I wanted to talk about the box art, which doesn't look like it's finalized, right? And the one question we kept seeing outside of how not good it may look. First, one thing I want to point out that the box art right here is in game. I zoomed in. That's in game, and it's not like we know this game's got photo mode. And I think they should have got one of the gamers to know how to do good photo mode images if they wanted to do an in game image for the box art.
Yeah.
I think he should have did that. You know.
Booker, go see if that's your mom out there honking the horn.
Okay.
I look at this box art and I continuously wonder where the fuck is my being a fucking coward when you fucking had him, bro.
Okay.
Where was he?
Is my profile pic shown as me live camming?
You said what?
I can see someone using a cam.
Yeah, you're using it.
God damn it, dude. How do I fix that shit?
I think you gotta click the camera off. So it should be a camera logo on your.
It's at the top. It's near the mic and the.
Yeah, it's near your mic.
I think I fixed
it. There you
go.
go.
I'm retarded. God damn it.
Nah, Google Hangouts is fucking difficult. But long story short, I was saying
go on. Sorry.
That the box art, the original box art is in game, right? It's from a in game render of Sam, or if that's his name, right? Which it shows how good the engine looks, you know. So that's dope. But I think this could have been. People are gonna take much better pictures of Death Stranding with photo mode than that box art. So that box art needs to change. The one question we've been hearing though is we're missing that only on PlayStation. And I know this is going to take up a lot of time, but I want us to spitball what that means. Of course, one of the things it could mean is that it's heading to another platform, that platform probably being PC. But with everything Kojima used, including the engine from Guerrilla Games being owned by Sony, the as far as the audio being recorded in a Sony music studio, as far as the mocap studio being owned by Sony, and everything else in between, including the rights to the name of Death Stranding being owned by Sony. What are the chances that this game goes multi-plat to the PC platform, or they just forgot to add the only on PlayStation logo and they're going to add it later on?
I mean, what you should be asking is what are the odds that they haven't even finalized the fucking deal?
How is that?
Meaning that in was it early 2016, 2015, you had the original video with Andrew House and Kojima. They sat down, officially announced a partnership between them. What if both Kojima and the Sony representatives, in this sense PlayStation, sat down, try to work out a deal, didn't work out as what Kojima wanted to, and over the past few years they've been trying to spitball some sense of a deal, like coming back gradually every time. And I've sort of gone back on Kojima's visits here and there, and he's visited PlayStation America, basically the one in where is it? Their building in San Diego, Santa Monica.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically, what was it last week? He went to go and visit PlayStation again. Whether it will be either because of the box art, maybe finalizing, or it was a sense of meeting for another deal to see if they could work something out. I don't know. There's multiple things that could be at foot. And I would, again, deals don't necessarily go straight forward. Sometimes it takes a few years to work out.
So let me ask you a question. Sony doing everything to make this game a reality.
Yeah.
At this time frame also, because we all expected this game to come out much later.
I'll just add on to. Can I just add on to it, right? Maybe this is a spitball idea here, but Sony could just be necessarily waiting for this game to launch, see how well it sells, and if Kojima is satisfied with the sales, they're exclusive. Like,
so wait a minute. Sony
this
don't
will be
own
a different.
I don't know. It's really
they own the IP.
They own the IP right now.
They own the IP. I wanted to go.
Yeah, if they own the IP, I don't see this going anywhere. I don't see Kojima. Has Kojima ever put one of his games? Well, I know Konami used to run that.
Because I think, what was it, yesterday there was a poster that he's signing, which is basically the official box art, right, which we're seeing right now. And in the fine print of this poster, I go down to the bottom where basically it says in development for PlayStation 4 systems, Sony Interactive Entertainment LLC. Death Stranding is a trademark of Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Exactly.
Created by Kojima. PlayStation and the PS logo, PS family logo, sorry, are trademarks of Sony Interactive Entertainment. It's always, the fine prints are always there. And again, people don't really look at the fine print because obviously
that game ain't going nowhere. That game ain't going to PC.
Again, like, yeah, I mean, I feel like they're waiting for the sales, right? They'll let this game sell for a few months.
I apologize. I was sharing the screen for the longest time and I forgot that I clicked the wrong JaytechTV. Can y'all see what I'm sharing?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Justia. I use Justia, right? It's easy. Anybody can use it. You go search and you find out who owns the rights to what. I've known for a long time that Sony owns the rights to Death Stranding. We all have. We saw the bottom. But if anybody needs further information, you can get it right here. It says, owned by Sony Interactive Entertainment of America. Let's talk about Quantic Dreams. All the money from Quantic Dreams that they're going to be getting on the Epic Game Store, that shit, some of that shit goes back to Sony because the game's still owned by Sony. Does Sony put games on Steam? No, they fucking don't. But when you got Epic Game Store into the mix, and you know they're going to allow developers to get more of their money, you know, that's something that's going to change the landscape. If Death Stranding was ever to go to another platform, PC fans might get ready to be disappointed. It will be going to the Epic Game Store if that was ever to happen.
Well, yeah, because Kojima would want the vast majority of the percentage of revenue back. He wouldn't want to get the 80%. What is it? Steam is what? Was it 80% over the... That's what they get, Steam, and then the 20% goes to fucking Kojima. Why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I think I spoke to you about it earlier on, right? On yesterday when you were talking about this, right, I saw on Twitter someone posted something up about this, right? And obviously you talked about the box art not having the only on PlayStation. And when it comes to it, I was saying how I'm not convinced if it may or may not be an exclusive, basically, and I put up the trademark little, like fine print. And also in the sense of explaining that the Disma engine is owned by Guerrilla Games, which is owned by Sony. And we both came to terms where it was like, this is the only thing that's stopping him, but also me from thinking this is going to be a PC game. Because if this wasn't made with a Disma engine, it was made with the Unreal engine, this will be going to PC easily. But the Disma engine is the one hurdle in this whole conversation that is stopping that whole thing. It's just the whole necessary thing. Like, if the Disma engine wasn't in this fucking talk, then I would say yes, it's going to PC at some point. But the thing that's
exactly
not kind
that's the major hurdle. The hurdle
it's the main hurdle.
And we all know how good Horizon looks. And this game is going to look just as good because it says, is it an advanced version of that engine? Mm-hmm. I can only imagine how great this game's going to look. But the fact of the matter, I don't look, his fan base, let's be 100% honest. He knows his fan base is on PlayStation, even if some of his games that he created ended up on PC. They didn't support the game. They didn't buy the game.
He was treated with respect from PlayStation. Even though he was a part of Konami, he was treated very well.
Yep, very, very well.
Gear games, Castlevania games. He was treated with respect. The only time when he wasn't was Metal Gear Solid 5, where Konami basically sliced him in half.
He boned somebody's wife. Something was weird in that situation.
Yeah, something is weird, but like one of you guys said it. It's like Kojima is a sugar daddy. No. Sony is like a sugar daddy to Kojima.
Oh, I saw that tweet. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and it's like Sony's doing.
Jay, was it J-Dub?
Yeah, I think J-Dub. And it's like Sony's doing all of this shit for Kojima.
Well, that's fucking bullshit because didn't PS1 have Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah, but I learned later on that the game, after a year went to PC, but nobody even knew. Same thing with...
It went to PC.
That's what fucking Fatal said that shit. Remember Fatal was on here last weekend? He said it went to PC.
Yeah.
But nobody
from what I recall,
thing was
MSX.
Yeah,
okay.
But that was I think that was more of a Konami thing. I just don't think if Kojima had anything to do with his game, I don't think Kojima would want his games on PC. That's just a personal thing to me.
And me honestly, I would tell him not to put it, not this gen.
Well, people are only bring up this presumption because Kojima, before he was in talks with PlayStation, said he wants to make PC games, or he wants to put his games on PC. That's the reason why people that are part of PC are bringing this into it. Again, it's like, okay, cool.
I could be wrong, but I just don't. I don't see Kojima. If he had anything to say with his game, and I don't even think he cares about the money. I just don't see him putting his type of game on a PC.
I mean, like I was going to say,
I could be wrong.
Like I was going to say, God, when it comes to Metal Gear games, the only games that have gone over to other platforms, like, well, for instance, just put Xbox in the case. Xbox have only had 2 and 3 and 5. They've never had 4. They never had 1. There is why is because there's contracts in place with Sony at those points in time. They never really got. Makes sense. Also, you know, that this is one of the games. Metal Gear is one of those games where I feel like if Blue Point were to make a new game, like a remaster, that would be the game. But again, I'm digressing on that. Yeah, I mean, I agree. For me, right now, my mind is at the point of this is a PlayStation game. I honestly feel that PlayStation are playing this smooth with the whole only on PlayStation thing, not being in the box. There's a couple of things, but my main thing is that they want to bring this game out, see how well it sells. If it sells past Kojima's expectations, which will probably be like
10 million,
between 1 million and 5 million, which I think it will definitely surpass. I think that's when there might be the whole. So let me ask you, do you
think there was a similar type of deal made with Quantic Dreams?
Again, we're talking about Kojima as well, right? Sony do not want to upset Kojima because they want Kojima, right? Anybody.
Yeah, but listen, let me put it this way: Big Money. Let me see if you understand what I'm saying.
Hey, Jay.
Huh?
Yeah, Jay. I gotta take off.
Okay, man.
I gotta shoot over to my mother's house to take care of a couple of things.
Okay.
All right.
I'll still be listening though.
Okay.
All right, everybody. We'll catch you later. Y'all be easy.
Okay, I will.
All right, you too.
I wanted to ask Big Money this. Do you think there's a problem with Sony adding that only on PlayStation, knowing that it's only on their platform at launch, or add that other logo that I saw on games like Street Fighter 5, I saw on games like King of Fighters 14, PS4 console exclusive. Like, you gotta put something over there because by default, with Yakuza going to PC, with other games going to PC, automatically the PC community is gonna say, "Oh, we're getting this game." You know.
Yeah,
now, I want to point out, Persona in some countries did not have the only on PlayStation logo, but we see what happened with that shit. You know, and Sega owns Atlas now, and it's still not going multi-plat. So
that's it.
Anything is possible, but I do want to know.
Do you show the images of what we talked about yesterday? The before mass production finalization of box arts. Because again, I see a lot of channels podcasts, people that talk about games, don't talk about the aspects of marketing in games. They talk about the games, but they don't talk about the marketing, the advertisement, where they just, they obviously, if you're a person, podcast, whatever, or YouTuber talk about games, that's all fine. But when it comes down to these sort of things, right, when we talk about this, marketing, advertisement is a big factor within the fucking selling games. It's
exactly. If he wants his game to sell to a certain point, I don't understand why he would tell Sony not to use the logo unless Sony decided not to use the logo because they know the nature of the deal. That's what I want.
Like I said before, right? He went to PlayStation to visit them, right? That could have been to finalize the box art or to basically show them the box art, but then they just pretty much made up a mock-up, which is what we're seeing right now, of the box art.
Of the box art.
Not the final thing, like what it's going to be like in the store. How
can Sony not have a box art variation that has the only on PlayStation logo, knowing that they hold so many exclusives? I mean, it's Sony. They know that.
Well, normally when PlayStation's like show box art, I mean, obviously, normally it's the sense of the front cover, right? But then normally when I see PlayStation, they tend to do back and front, which in this sense they're not showing back and front, are they? They show a little bit of the side, but they show back and front, sides, everything. Obviously, today they showed off the sleeve box art, which is basically, the standard edition with the sleeve on it, basically.
Has it ever been a game where Sony put out and it said only on PlayStation and it went to another platform?
So you see,
has it ever been a game like that?
What?
Has it ever been a game where Sony put out and on the box art it said only on PlayStation and then later on it came to another platform?
Death Stranding and Yakuza.
Death Stranding, wait, what?
Death Stranding.
Oh, sorry, not Death Stranding. Detroit and Yakuza. I'm up here thinking about this.
Okay,
the thing with Detroit is that we discussed this yesterday. Detroit was never under PlayStation. It was never using an engine by PlayStation. They pretty much could leave whatever the fuck they wanted to, in which they have.
But they did have the only on PlayStation on the box. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, there's no denying that.
Every one of their games had.
Technically, it's only on console, so it's right.
But that's because the reason why they had that was because they were under contract at that time.
Wait, you're talking about Death Stranding and its exclusivity?
Yeah, we're talking.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think. Oh, go ahead, big one.
No. Go ahead.
I don't think that's. I don't think they know yet. I think that right now they have a deal, and right now they can't talk about it even amongst themselves. I think honestly, I think that Kojima's gonna get bought out by Sony. I really do, because it's just a fit, and I mean, it's gonna be hard doing it by himself, starting from the bottom. Like, he needs this to be successful. If Death Stranding isn't successful, he will sign with Sony for sure, just for job security. But I'm not sure right now if it's gonna come to PC or not. They haven't denied it, and I've seen them not deny. I've seen people not deny shit before. I've seen Detroit not get denied. I've seen Tomb Raider, when it was exclusive to Xbox, not get denied that it was still coming to the PS4 when that shit happened.
Was that right?
Anything can happen. They just can't talk about it. That's just the rules of business. You just can't talk about it, period. So, like I doubt it, but I honestly think.
But do you believe the pressure is good? We've saw developers and studios.
Pressure, it's just annoyance.
Yeah, whatever. Pressure, annoyance. Do you believe the rumors that people are putting out as of yesterday? Not that the game's going to PC. I'm talking about PC fanboys. Do you believe somebody will get corrected in the upcoming months, like what happened with Insomniac
or with Final Fantasy?
With Final Fantasy. Because that's the thing. People automatically saying it's a confirmation for PC because no one has denied it.
Right.
And that's the thing. No one's denying it at PlayStation. You've had your chance to deny it. Me personally, at this point in time, I know these type of deals at this point are always gonna be better on PlayStation. If this game came out the same day on PlayStation and PC, I know it would do way better on PlayStation. So I don't care.
So it doesn't matter, but you just got to know about the speak of it all.
That's what I want to know. I don't want to sit up here and say, "Oh, this is a PlayStation exclusive," when it's actually not. So I just want to let everybody know. Yeah, I want to let everybody know. Thrash, the panel, subscribers, fans, friends, family. I will not talk about this game as a PlayStation exclusive. I will be talking about it as a PlayStation game that I've already pre-ordered digitally, the standard edition, and I will double dip because I like how the steelbook looks. I'll be getting on Amazon for the double dipping. I'm off on that day, by the way. I already put off on that day. Me, I'm not a real big Kojima fan. This is the first new IP that I'm going to be playing from Kojima. I wasn't a big fan of Stealth. did I play those Metal Gear games? I have dabbled in them. I did buy some. I brought Metal Gear Solid 4. I brought the Metal Gears on the PSP. You know, I brought what is it? Metal Gear Solid.
You ain't tried Zone of the Enders?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I think you would like
your alley.
Yeah,
Zone
I
of the
played
Enders.
Zone of Enders.
You like,
so it's like, but I didn't beat all those games. I didn't complete those games. But I never like disrespected him. I know he was a great guy, even though he made games that weren't like 100% up my alley. But this game, I'm buying it day one because it's a brand new IP. I know I can get into.
So it's like what's it called again, Jay? It's like what? Give me some. Yeah, keep.
So
talking.
I can't wait for it.
And this got some stealth elements in it, but the way they put this game, they say it's an action adventure game, right?
No,
Stranding game.
It's a Strand game. Something.
Which is
it's its own genre, right? Something like that.
Oh shit!
He's
trying to like pretty much innovate with this.
Well, look, he's gonna do a great job. The game's gonna fucking break records. You look. Let me put it this way. We've been hearing about Days Gone breaking all these sales records. We haven't saw how much it sold in total. Hopefully, we can get that information, that number. But the fact of the matter is, breaking all these records is highest selling, second highest, or whatever, PS4 exclusive. Long story short, it's doing good. They're also hiring at Sony Bend, so it doesn't look like they're getting shut down anytime soon. So that's
bro, they were greenlit. I think it was before they launched Days Gone. They were lit to actually get an expansion of.
So I'm happy. I'm happy. But this game easily is gonna break records. It'll easily sell past 5 million. I
think it's gonna do 2 million in the first month. I think it can do 2 million in the first month.
The studio has got potential, man. It honestly, it always has. It's just that they've never really been given the shot since fucking PS1. Like they've been making PSP games and PS Vita games for Golden Abyss was the PS Vita game, but they were good games. The ones that they made were very, very good on the portable systems, and this is the first time doing a AAA game. Was it a 10 out of 10? Of course not, but it was a good fucking attempt, and it, graphically, visually, it was good. Obviously, there was a bit of roughness around the edges of being an open world game, but then again, the same thing can be said about Horizon Zero Dawn. It wasn't a perfect open world game, but that's just their first attempt. Shit has to learn. It's what it is with game development. If you're changing your genre or your format, you're gonna have to put in a few reps before you fucking can just do these sort of things. And like we say, was it Guerrilla Games? We know Horizon Zero Dawn 2, whatever it's going to be called, is going to be good. Or if the rumors are true, then been making a new first-person shooter game for the launch of PS5.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. Obviously Days Gone, I would expect a sequel, but we don't know. They could do another IP. It's also the sense of Naughty Dog, right? Naughty Dog are making The Last of Us Part 2. Everyone's clamoring for it, but no one actually talks about their second team and what they're making on that note, because the last time I heard, they were making a first-person shooter, and there was...
Yeah, it's supposed to be some type of in the space realm. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, in 2015, some concept artists, posted rendered concept art, and it looked fucking phenomenal.
Wasn't a reference in The Last of Us Starlight or something like that?
It was Final Showdown or Showdown.
No, that was the people. That was the other people. StarCraft, I think. Not StarCraft. Something else. The people that does Dragon Age.
BioWare.
Yeah. Well, not BioWare. The people that own them. The people that own them.
I know you mean.
Yeah.
Because I remember Uncharted 3 got leaked, and then I thought in The Last of Us they might have leaked something else. I just forgot the name of that comic book, whatever the reference was to.
Yeah.
That's
why I was saying.
There you go.
Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield. See, that's by Starfield is by I forgot the name of that fucking publisher. But anyway, that's what I was saying earlier before we got on. Man, Sony Studios are so fucking good. It's out of this world. Not just in the state, not just in the country, just in the world, man. If we take the top 10, top 15, and I said this a million times, man, we take the top 15 studios. Sony holds at least 6 of those studios, and that's crazy. That's just fucking crazy.
Well,
people will kill to have those studios, man.
I don't know if whenever you want to check this out, and during the week, Sony San Diego revealed their new logo, which
I want to know what that Clan Cop team is doing, man. That shit is bugging the fuck out of me. I mean, it's most likely another Uncharted project, but I want to know what it is.
Yeah, a lot of people said that they.
You said Sony San Diego.
Yeah,
they are supposed there. There was rumors about them, like the past few years, that they're going to be taking over Uncharted, series. I'm like, I don't know.
I want to know what the fuck is Blue Point working on, man. God damn, when are they gonna say something about that?
My fingers are crossed for Metal Gear Solid remaster. I would like that.
That's the case.
Really like
Oh, you said Sony San Diego. Oh, they do have a new logo.
Yeah, they have got a new logo. Yeah, man.
Oh, I don't follow them. I don't follow them. What do they make? MLB The Show.
Yeah.
Guns.
Remember, they got the new studio headed by the
I
Naughty
want to
Dog
see them make a football game, man. It would be so great if I could see them make a football game.
Oh, that's a badass logo. They about to do some shit. They about to get on the ball. Before we go to the next topic, I wanted to talk about Amazon's bestsellers. We already know PS4 is knocking it out the park for the Amazon Prime Day. That shit was like what? It took up 5 spots in PlayStation, either bundles or fucking game. The leading ones were Spider-Man PS4 and Horizon Zero Dawn. I just want to let anybody know, if for whatever crazy reason, the close to 100 million PS4 owners out there don't have God of War, I want to scroll all the way down and let you know the God of War is $20 on Amazon. Kingdom Hearts is $20 on Amazon. They're still $20. I also wanted to point out the fact that, and I'm just gonna be a fanboy right now, I don't see Gears of War 5. Okay, now I want to show you Gears of War 4 is number 31 because it was $9.99, but I think they ran out of codes because they don't have the price here and it keeps dropping. But I don't see Gears of War 5. And this is my problem when it comes with this fucking Game Pass. People are not going to buy gear physical. They're not. They're not going to buy a digital code either because you don't fucking have to. Shit. I'm going to keep scrolling down on the second page. Let me see where Gears of War 5 is.
I'm going to download that on my PC for free. I ain't paying for that shit either.
Gears of War 5 is not on this fucking list. It's not on.
You know why? Because it's a Game Pass game. No effect.
And that's the thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know if the game is selling good. If we don't know.
And I say this right now because I'm a bit pissed off myself when I say this. When I say Gears 5 is a Game Pass game, I fucking hate saying it because I actually like Gears. And when I hear a lot of people quote this shit, man,
but I respect that game. I respect that game for being gritty. I respect it for being good with the hardcore community that's a part of the Xbox. I know how good Gears is. I know that's been their shining light for a long time. Some people really get tired of fucking Halo all day. Gears was a break away from that. I respect it. I respect those developers. Up until Gears of War fucking 3. When 4 came out and they started all this dumb shit.
Well, and that Gears Judgment, for fuck's sake, bro.
Oh, that's
people
like
they always fuck
like,
up on
right there. You just don't speak that. You just don't speak. But yeah, I forgot all about Gears of War Judgment. Yeah, man, it's look, I just want to know. Is this a planned device by Microsoft because they know that their games don't chart by themselves anyway? That's what I want to know.
I mean, listen, bro. It's like
not worked, but I'm just saying we know Gears will sell more than, like, let's say Days Gone or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like now we will never know.
I don't think it's outselling Days Gone, to be honest.
No, bro. Here's my
sad
problem
part
with it, though, man. Because when Gears 5 comes out, fucking hell, how I put this.
Yeah, how do you put it?
Because it's really bad. Because, like I mentioned, bro, like,
you should just say
some people. Because the thing is, I know
fucking
people
Last of Us Remastered is number 4 on Amazon bestseller. Come on,
like
man.
Yeah, what's cool again, man? Because like,
what the fuck?
I think if I'm not correct, I've got at least I've been talking to like at least 7 of my like 7 people that I used to go to school with. That
Nintendo is just dominating, though. Nintendo has Smash Brothers and fucking Luigi cards and
cards.
Nintendo the man right now, man.
Nintendo shitting on people, man.
Yeah, they
you got Fire Emblem. You got
Nintendo the man right now. They the man. I gotta give it
these next couple months. Hold on. Why is Fallout 76 on the 7th spot? What's going on?
Like
what happened with Fallout 76? It's $17. But why?
There you go.
It's $17.
That's enough for people to take a chance?
Of course.
Well, that and they are technically fixing the game. I know that some of the patches done recently have been bad. Well, not been bad, but they've broken other things which patches tend to do. But
wait, hold on. I think Sam just said false promises. I think that's illegal.
Well, they are. They did though.
We got to look at that. We got to see.
They're trying to reboot it like Final Fantasy 14. When you remember
what
that initially came out.
Because if I think
internet connection and PlayStation Plus required to play.
Wow. Game.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like some exclusive logo or some shit.
No, bro.
Hey, but man, you know what? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, bro. When it comes down to Fallout 76, man, like Sam said, right, there was a lot of false promises there. Like, honestly, yeah. But like, what's his name? Sean Murphy was his name from Hello.
Oh yeah, Sean Murphy.
He told BioWare and fucking Todd in this sense to shut up, go like hide yourself, and then come out with like instead of showing update, right? Just close yourself up, right? Just keep that game in the shadow, and then do an unpacked sort of thing where you have like some big ass update that No Man's Sky sort of did, where it's just a complete fucking brand new refurbishment of it. It works. It can work, and other companies have done this. It's just like, but obviously, I don't see Bethesda doing that, and I don't see EA doing that. It's just not.
Well, I want to move on from this topic. For now on, I don't want to go. Like, I stayed away from the Xbox community all gen because you guys ain't really worth anything. I'm sorry. It was not competitive on the side of the company you support. Your system is not competitive. Your games are not competitive. And as a fanboy, you just should fucking step the fuck away. Let Sony and Nintendo and PC guys hash it out. But it's like, just relax until the Scarlet comes out, and then maybe you can hype about some shit.
I mean, they mad at me right now for comparing it to Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, I saw those. I saw those pictures.
Yeah, and what's crazy is the point of that shit. Like, they're not even reading my post. My post is saying that the Metal Gear Solid 4 was created on a console that is 50 times. It has 50 times less power. You know what I'm saying? It has 50 times less power. Yet they had enough talent to compare it to Gears 5. Gears 5 needs to do better than this. I'm not saying Gears 5 is ugly by any means. I'm saying that Gears 5 should be doing better with 50 times more power under its belt. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People like to see things for what they want to see it for.
Thrash, did you see my picture?
Which one?
The picture of dreams. Oh God, this guy. That shit.
I'll send what's called again, bro. By the way, man, I said earlier on, man. Like, when it comes to Xbox fans, there are fans of Xbox that actually have a good ideal of being able to speak about their fucking stuff.
Hold on, just thrash this picture.
Face up, unbelievable.
Yeah, post that shit.
Okay, so we looking at it right now. This is the picture.
Is that the picture?
Yeah, this is. So let me put out here. This is what an Xbox fan did. He showed that picture, then he showed like a picture of a blurry picture of Metal Gear Solid 4. So I took that picture as is, went to my photo fucking editor, and the picture has not been altered at all.
That's the power of the Unreal Engine at the lowest fucking settings.
Direct feed picture I've had in my phone since Horizon came out. and it still looks good. It's a direct feed picture from the PS4 Pro. I put it on my phone. Horizon Zero Dawn shits on Gears. Simple. I can use Killzone if I want to.
You actually could.
I'm sorry. I don't know what is in the water. That green liquid water. What are they doing out
there? Again, like I can explain this to you really clearly.
It's better than everything now. It's not solving your issues, man. It's not going to do it.
Explain it to these guys real crystal fucking clear. Coalition are not using a modified version of that fucking Unreal 4 engine. They are not. They're using the standard base fucking engine. They're not using an engine that they made for themselves, which Guerrilla Games actually took time to make for themselves. How many, apart from Halo, I do not see any of their companies doing that shit. Where they make the fucking
hold your thought real quick, Adam. Gentleman Gamer, I read your question. No, I do not believe Persona 4 Golden would have gone to the Nintendo Switch because that relationship that Atlas and Sony have is kind of timeless. Persona 1 and 2 was on the PS1. Persona 3 and 4 was on the PS2. Persona 5 was on a PS3 and PS4.
It's a mutual exclusive deal. Shin Megami Tensei goes to Nintendo.
So I'm sorry. They've got a lot of spin-offs from Persona, but never the main line. Do I know why? That's what Sam just told us. They got a mutual relationship. So no, I'm sorry, man. I don't see it going to the Switch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you're asking this question. I don't know why you're asking this question, but I don't see that happening. Sorry. Okay? A lot of people kept saying, oh my God, fucking Persona 5 is going to the Switch. It's going to the Switch. It's going to the Switch. Persona 5 did go to the Switch, but not that one. So look, no. My answer is no. I don't know if you needed it, but you asked the question. I'm answering your question. No, I don't see it happen. I don't see a mainline Persona games going to Switch in a long time. If the Switch ends up getting 100 million before the PS4, a lot of developers might go put their fucking shit on Switch. A lot more. But I don't see that shit happening. I wanted to go back to what we were talking about, the sales. Adam, what's going on? Ryan, Big Cloud Gaming. I see you, man.
What's up? Yeah.
Okay. As of March, the PS4 was looking at 96.8 million PS4 sold.
Yeah.
And then we have 4.2 million PSVRs. When is Sony giving the update? Because we know when they give a sales milestone update, it's actually from months prior. So do you believe the PlayStation 4 already made it to 100 million and they just waiting for the perfect time to announce it?
Probably waiting for the numbers on the Amazon Prime Day. That's why.
Okay. Yeah. Because that's what I was thinking. Because it's been 3 or 4 months, man, and my bet kind of expired. Like for real. I said by June. Fucking almost. It's the end of July now, man. It's about to be August.
That's what I'm saying.
Jay, did you send him a thing? Did you send?
No, I didn't.
Ryan, if you in the thing, send him a thing. Can you send him an invite?
Yeah. Hold on.
I sent you. Hey, Ryan, I sent you a what's the name? If you want to jump in,
you got in. You got the code.
I think what we should be doing.
You got the link from the Twitter.
Nintendo Switch have surpassed Xbox. So I think they fucking have.
Oh, did they? Did they finally surpass them?
No.
It's not official, but I'm pretty fucking sure they have.
This is what I want to ask you, Thrash. How can we know? How can we know anything when Microsoft won't share anything?
I think in March.
I'm saying,
that's
the point.
We don't know the game sales. Okay, we know what
we know the game engagement. That's what they want.
It's just as bad. They haven't shared anything since 2014.
I got an answer for that. I do have an answer. In 2014 was the same year that Microsoft did a restructuring for their company, right? To where they was going to full cloud gaming. I mean, not cloud gaming, but full cloud as a business, as a whole. They were going to focus on the cloud, which has helped them immensely, right?
Yeah.
The reason why they are talking only about metrics, how many snacks, how many people, how many bullets are shot. Remember, you noticed that, right? How they don't talk about money. They talk about they talk about player engagement because it helps sell Azure servers. You know what I'm saying? Like these developers, they want developers to hop on Azure, like the Azure and their cloud, because they're showing and they're using us to tell them how deep they can go into the information they get from us, all the way down to how many bullets were shot, how many people bought DLC snacks, how many people are engaged with this game for how long. That's all selling to other developers to make them money. They want to become that hub to developers to come to, and every developer buy. Like, how much money you think they would make if they sat there and just had everybody make their games through them? They would make too much. They don't even have to make consoles no more. They would just make too much money. That's why they bought GitHub. You know what I'm saying? They bought GitHub because that's part of that whole thing. So it's like they are really on. I mean,
they want to make that money.
GitHub? What's that?
Business.
I never heard of that. What's that?
GitHub is it's like a hub to where these developers go, and it's like you use that shit for some kind of licensing information or something. Like it's a developer tool, like a universal developers tool. And these developers were pissed off about it. You know what I'm saying? These developers was mad. They was like, we ain't fucking with Microsoft because they were scared Microsoft was going to iron fist it. But they came out and said, no, we're not going to iron fist it. We're going to leave it as is. We just want, money from everybody. So they bought GitHub, and that's why you see them talking more about metrics than you do actual money, because the money, that's not the money they're going after no more. That's why he said money doesn't matter. That's why Phil Spencer said that shit. That money doesn't matter no more. Like,
that was after the free.
He said that because he's trying to sell Azure.
Nothing matters.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much Xbox sells. It matters how much.
It's not about sales anymore for him, man. It's about users and users.
It's about servers. It's about servers. Yeah. It's about. That's why Sony. That's why they came out with this deal with Sony. You know what I'm saying? Now, as much success Sony has, Microsoft has a piece of that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to make deals in the background to make money in the background. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. Yeah. So it's like they're smart with the shit. They're making money. It just doesn't help us as gamers. It's not helping us.
Yeah.
It's helping them, not us.
So the answer is no. They're never going to disclose the sales numbers of the Xbox One.
They never will.
That's terrible.
That's fucked up.
So
we don't only bad news. Switch is actually going to outsell the Xbox One outside of that rumor 40 million milestone. That's kind of like where we're at. That's the last rumored statistics we got. I think it was last year or the year before, where somebody said, well, it looks like they're around 40 million. So I guess their hardware sales are down by 48%, almost 50%. They're not moving anywhere. They're gonna be like,
if I'm not correct, what is it? Xbox was selling at 40 to 45 million. Nintendo Switch in March. This was in March, by the way. I think we're selling at 35, 36 million. In March. So I'm kind of getting to that point where I thought they must be
by Christmas, because if they're including the Switch Lite sales, right?
Yeah, well that's when it's
September.
They're
including that in the main console sales.
The Switch can easily get out. By the way, Jay, the new Switch edition, stuff like that.
What happened?
The two versions of the Switch. You've got the
we did not talk about
the updated version of battery, which kind of
I want. Okay, Adam, take it away. I gotta do some research. By the way, I didn't see that sales information. Somebody in the comment section said PS4 was at 98.2 million in June, but nobody covered it, so I'm not seeing it on Google. So we're sticking with the 96.8 million from March, and they had 3 months, and they're definitely at. Look, they didn't even need a full 3 million. That's what's fucking funny, bro. They didn't need a full 3 million. They needed 2 million as the fucking change, you know. So, and it's been how many months since March? We had April, May, June, July. That's almost 4 months. So they're having that. We're going to talk about this conference. Adam, I need you to talk about the switches. After Adam talks about the switches, we got to talk about these conference lining up.
Like I said, bro, it's just a brief fucking thing, right? So obviously, we've got the normal Nintendo Switch, and then obviously, what is it? Not last week, the week before, we got the confirmation of the Switch Lite, which supposedly had larger battery life and also was $100 cheaper than the original Nintendo Switch. Now, during this week, Nintendo came out and confirmed, and this was via, sort codes within the back of the box, that they're bringing out a brand new Switch console, which has better battery life than the original Nintendo, which obviously this will take over of that, and the Switch Lite, which kind of puts the point of, I mean, for me anyway, even though it is, again, it's $100 more than the Switch Lite, you're getting more battery life, which is why the Switch Lite was actually better. But now the normal Switch has got more battery life. I can get to that point where, I mean, this is me. I don't feel that like they kind of fucked up the Switch Lite in a sense, because even though, yes, it's portable and obviously it's got better battery life than the original Switch, it is a sense of now that they've got this new one that has even better battery life than both of them, and also a sense that you can play every title that Nintendo brings out, because obviously there's limitations with the Lite. I get to that point of, why the hell did you announce the Lite? Like, what is the point of that? Because you're kind of, apart from the $100 cheaper thing, I mean, for me, I just don't know what the hell they did there. And I've seen numerous people say the same thing. Like, it kind of feels a bit odd that you would do that. It's like it's like the Xbox in a sense, with the numerous editions that they've had with their console.
I think the reason they brought on the Lite, man, I think the Lite was strictly for the kids. That's why they coming out with all those colors. They showed the yellow. I think they're gonna have a blue. They're gonna have a lot of different colors. I think they
Pokemon one as well.
Showed that one for the kids. I really do think. Now, remember, it was a rumor out there about the other one that's just like the Switch, because I heard basically this one, the Switch. Well, they called it the Switch Pro, but it's not really a Switch Pro. All it is, this other one is the battery power is a little bit better, because they're discontinuing the one I got now. The one that's been out since the Switch came out, they're discontinuing that one and they're bringing the other one online. Now, I don't know the reason. We talked like when I was on Six Show, we talked about the Lite, and I don't see the reason for the Lite either. But like I said, I think it's pointed straight towards the kids, because we sit at home.
I want to put it out there. We can't say just for the kids. They're colorful for the kids, right? They're colorful for the kids.
I'm talking about far as where Nintendo was going with the Lite. I think they're focusing on the kids with the Lite. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where I'm not saying that it's just for the kids. I think they're focusing on the kids for the Lite. First of all, as Americans, man, we know, like, it's something about Japanese consoles. They're already small as fuck for our hands. So
tablet.
Yeah, they're real small for us. So I think sometimes, man, the main thing about the Lite, like I said, I think they switched it for the kids, and they did it because of the price. I don't know why they did that, but I guess it's gonna benefit. I don't know who, but like I said, I think it's pointed strictly at the kids. The way Nintendo was looking at it, they focusing straight at the kids with the Lite.
I agree. It could be a blue ocean strategy. That's all I'm gonna say. Just like the Wii, where it was targeted for the kids, but my mom had a Wii. She no longer has it. She sold it at a yard sale. I don't know fucking when. But she used to have a Wii, and it was down in the basement, and it was dusty. Whenever I went over her house, that shit was there. She used to use it for Netflix, but then nobody started using it. And then I went over there like the early part of last year, and that shit wasn't there no more. So it was targeted for kids. I remember those advertisements. It was targeted for the family. It was targeted for the kids. But adults started to get it. Like older people started having it in a nursing home as an exercising tool. You know, at a $200 price point, you cannot honestly tell me their strategy for targeting kids with a $200 Switch handheld model is gonna stay with the kids. Hell no. $200, that's enough for me to go back to Nintendo. Hey, that's all I'm saying, man. I would rather play it on TV. I would rather post the content for YouTube, you know. But at $200, bro, you probably gonna see my ass unboxing a fucking Nintendo Switch Lite, you know.
But dude, like just think now, like how many people every time I see somebody out with their Switch, man, if they're playing it, it's a kid that's playing it. Like we don't play too many games. How many times like I got a Switch? I'm pretty sure Thraz got a Switch. I don't know how many of y'all on here got Switches, but when you do play your Switch, I guarantee you 90% of the time that you play it, it's at home. It's very rarely that you see a grown-up take their Switch outside. I don't care. Even they commercials, like that's the thing I don't understand. They're trying to sell it to the adult, but the adults never take that outside to play. They never play. I never seen nobody say, man, I'm gonna take my Switch with me. Nah, they not gonna take, not no grown-up. I'm not saying ain't nobody grown-ups out there, but the main times when I see somebody playing their Switch, it's a kid playing the Switch. They the only ones that take it on the go. That's why they did it for the light, because a lot of kids gonna be like, hey, I want a light. Give me a light, Dad. I don't want that regular Switch. Get me the light. And then the colors were all rainbow colors.
Okay, we need to move on to the conference section, right? But I agree with what you're saying. But there's one thing I want to say that you didn't say. Switch, out of every other fucking console, is the only one that does not get a price cut. It does not move from $300. I would tell a lot of people, don't expect the Lite to move from $200. I do believe people will go against Nintendo's wishes and honestly sell that shit for like a cheaper price than $200. And I might end up waiting for that cheaper price. But what I do want to say right now is I find it unfair that the Nintendo Switch will never move from $300.
I just did some research on the basis of the undocked battery life when you're playing Breath of the Wild between the old Switch version and the new Switch version. And it's basically, if you play undocked, if you're playing undocked, if you're playing Zelda Breath of the Wild undocked on the Switch, original Switch version, it's only 3 hours worth of battery life. But if you go for the next Switch, this new, brand new with more battery, you'll have at least 5.5 hours, which is a sense of 5 hours and 50 minutes. So nearly 6 hours worth of battery life when you're undocked playing Breath of the Wild, which is probably a good demonstration of how much that system is using computing power whilst the battery is getting drained. So I mean, it's pretty much doubled in a sense for battery life, which is great. But like I'm saying, you could bring, obviously, things said it's about the kids, and I agree with him. But I do feel like they're bringing that out because again, those people and families tend to have tablets, whether it's an iPad tablet or a Windows tablet, and they give it to the kids to watch something on Netflix or play a game that they downloaded. And I feel like the Switch Lite is like that, which I completely agree on. But it is that sense in my mind right now. If you're a hardcore gamer and you're yet to buy a Switch, if it's me specifically, I would go for the brand new version of the Switch rather than the Switch Lite, because obviously the battery life and also being able to play all the games and not be restricted on set games, because obviously the Joy-Cons can come out and you can do whatever you're doing. But yeah, anyway. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting to see, obviously everyone talks about battery life with Nintendo Switch, and obviously most people, let's all be honest, play the console undocked. I don't see a lot of people that would play that console, docked. It just makes, I just don't see it. And again, Nintendo for me right now, I've never really looked at them as much as a console, sort of video game console since like GameCube. So,
I mean, it's like big money stuff with the commercial. You don't see people doing what these idiots are doing in the commercials. I never see kids outside in the park playing it.
Enough to do it. Get robbed.
I've only seen people play it inside in an office anyway. Like, I'm just trying to think of when I've seen it.
Bro, like, it's a little thing that I just wanted to mention.
Like in a building.
I thought I'd mention it because again, there might be Nintendo fans in here that want to look or know about this, and obviously, I've been looking at it all week, and obviously, the only thing that I'm a bit The thing that I'm a bit annoyed about is obviously if you go into the store and you see both Switches, they are basically the same apart from one has a darker red than the other, which is not good enough. They need to put something on the box that says longer battery life or something on the fucking packaging to make sure that people understand what they're buying. Because, yeah. I saw it.
The one thing I can't say, like, for real, man, Nintendo is putting out games that hardcore gamers want.
Yeah, of course.
They coming out with Astral Chain. I think after that, the next month is Zelda game. Yeah, they coming out with hardcore. Well, I don't know about Contra, man. I guess it's hardcore. I can't fuck with that new Contra though. But Astral Chain, Marvel Alliance just came out the other day. Yeah. These next couple of months, Nintendo own these next couple of months, man. They own it. They own it.
That's true.
They own it.
Yeah, people talk about this, man. When the next generation consoles come out, a lot of people say, like, do you think they will start to dwindle? Yeah, they will, but I feel like Nintendo, being Nintendo, I think they'll have something in place, and I feel like they will probably release a more powerful version of the Switch, and I don't think they'll call it the Switch Pro, whatever. I think they'll just literally just call it Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
That's going to be the revision.
Like what they're doing right now, they will literally do Nintendo Switch, and then they'll put something on the box that says a more powerful version. Like that's it. I mean, I
don't know. Look, I'm
Which more powerful is that going to be?
They name anything.
I don't know.
They get away with everything. I swear to God.
They're gonna get away with it.
Again, if you deep dive into these sort of things, where like there's loads of documents on Reddit and shit like that, and like loads of things like CPUs, GPUs. There's things that kind of like light a green flag where it's like that sounds like a more powerful version of the Switch, and they've tried to debunk it, but it hasn't worked because it's their documents. It's their fucking documents. I don't know how they got them, but again, Reddit's Reddit, man. They
so away. What you're saying is this new battery version is not.
Yeah, it's already out. It's already out. Like they're already starting it now. So that would be. It's already
more powerful or no?
What?
No.
The new one's coming out.
That's it. The battery life is doubled. That's it.
Yeah. So the one that we're talking about right now, that's already out, is just not got longer battery life.
But do they even know it's out?
Doesn't the Switch have a power bank?
That's what I'm saying, Jay. If you look at the box art, the cases for both these consoles, they're exactly the same apart from one's a lighter red than the other. So the one that's newer has got lighter red, and the other one's got a more.
That's not enough for anybody to know.
That's not enough.
Okay, look, we're about to move on to the other topics, and those topics are Sony. This might be. Let me make sure we got everything set up here. We missed out on some stuff. Let me also, I just want to put a feather in my own cap. I want to be cocky right now. Shut up. Tekken 7 has just sold 4 million. Tekken 7 was released on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's a multi-platform game. It was a multi-platform game when it launched. The PC community that has been fucking with me since 2015 when you saw PlayStation catching on fire. Shut up, okay? Just shut the fuck up. If a game is released on more platforms, it does not always mean it will sell more. Okay? Just stop. Get that
it only caters to a certain demographic.
Who deleted Jamal Bates' fucking messages, bro?
I don't know.
My bad.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that? About the whole Tekken thing is that Jay still ain't came and got these hands. You know what I'm saying? Right. Cool. I see Ryan on the pen. I see Ryan on the panel. He know. He already know what it is. You need to find out what it is.
You know what is what?
You know what I'm saying? Who the king of Tekken is? You know who it is. I got video footage, so I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, you got video footage being somebody who just got the game.
Hey, have you been practicing?
Have you played me again since then, 1-on-1? Since that 1 year?
Yes.
1-on-1. You played me 1-on-1 again.
1-on-1. Tekken is always 1-on-1. I don't understand. It's not.
When we're in a fucking party chat playing with friends and you just jump in here, that's not you challenging me 1-on-1.
Well, what you mean? I mean,
we didn't have no quote unquote war like we did in the first one. So I suggest you either step that up and put the foot there before you start talking. Before we had this conversation, right?
And opportunity. There's nothing but time.
All right, well, we already know. I got gamer couch in a few hours. So
okay, yeah. it take me 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Jay, you too. Nigga, I know anybody who want to see me can come.
I ain't never say I was the king of Tekken, so.
Yeah, I know. Ryan acting like he the king now. He been in the lab, huh? That's right, Ryan. That's right, Ryan. Get your ass on the sticks. Let me know what it is.
No, I ain't no king, but what I find interesting is the amount of idiots that you run into on ranked. That's the funny
thing. Yeah. Hey, the ranked, I don't even play ranked because they so.
No, I saw some of the most faggot shit. You know, like the infinites. That's all you see once you hit green ranks. Motherfuckers just throw infinites. They think they're good. And you find out they're Smurfs. They're like higher ranked than that. I'm talking motherfuckers who like their highest rank is like the red rank, Suzaku. I ran against a fucking Suzaku.
Go help your mama with the grocery bags.
Who's in green. So
that's all they do. They all use fighting sticks and they do that little. I know what they do. It's easy.
Dude got 800 wins, but you're in fucking blue race. He thinks he's on another. I'm like, you don't get the fuck, man.
Yeah. Come on, man. I got it on Xbox and PlayStation. They ain't find no challengers yet. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's just day week. It's everybody. What you mean? You
did not play the Xbox. You sitting there warming damn corn dogs up. Stop.
I got. That's true, but I got footage. I got video footage, and I put it on YouTube of me smacking on like I'm a beginner, and I set mine to open to anybody. I can fight any level, and I'm fighting dudes that's like 400 and 500 level and shit, and whooping their ass and gotten them quitting. I'm making everybody quit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody quits. I'm just clowning them because they quitting this shit. It's easy. Life is easy for me when it comes to Tekken. It is. It's easy.
Yeah, they better not kill
we're on the topic of Tekken. 4 million is not good for a series that I love. I've started playing Tekken at part 3. I have played part 2, but
I mean, what's the budget for Tekken?
I don't know what the budget was, but I would expect it to sell more than 4 million after all these years. You know?
How long has it been out? How long has Tekken 7 been out?
Last July, right?
No.
How long has it been out?
It's been out for a long
time. I thought it came out last year.
No.
I did it. Hero Wars battles.
When did it come out?
Jay, we need to talk. What happened with them stars, bro?
Ain't shit happened. I was fucking wrong. Shit. I had a fucking winning streak of not being wrong.
I heard you not once. What's going on here? What happened with the stars, bro?
That was fucking bullshit. And I can't read Japanese, so that's my fucking fault. I take that responsibility. Tekken came out March 18, 2016. So sorry, man. Tekken been out for 4 years and
came out last year.
It says March 18, 2015, Sam. This game been out for a long time, man. It could have got more. I'm looking at the PC community. I know y'all ain't do your fucking part. That game been marked down for a long ass time too, man. Like it is a good game. I platinum that. Yeah, I platinum that shit.
PC game to be slacking, man.
It's fucking good game.
What was the other topic you was talking about?
Ryan's here, so he's gonna embarrass the fuck out of me. But we do have confirmation. I'm not getting hyped because I was wrong on this. But Sony is on the China Joy, and I don't know if Ryan or was it Porter Rock that really liked this game called Lost Soul Side. And I know we saw Lost Soul Side at a previous China Joy, and then before that,
China Joy. And then it was at like the Days. It was during Days Gone when Days Gone was coming out. They did that huge marketing for it, where it was like live events. They talked about it a little bit.
They got a 2-hour conference in China, and I've been asking Adam about this. You know, like normally they would announce that they're going to Tokyo Game Show to have those 2 hours of a conference, but they're doing it at the China Joy. So I just wanted to know, do you expect to see anything? We was wrong.
We might see it.
about this shit because it was a festival.
Yeah, he had me up at some goddamn 1, 2 in the morning.
I was sitting here. I was sitting here dead in the chat. I was sitting there going, "Yo, I feel sorry for any person who's up right now." Like,
hey, you hear money. I'm telling you, they had the stars in there. Money. Stars.
So how many times they show the ecosystem in the damn banners? There's always when they got.
It threw me off because the PlayStation experience used to have that layout, and it just threw me off. I was like, I just wanted some.
No, it's just a style. It's just a style for them.
Look, it's been a little dry. It's not a bad thing. I mean, we got games to play, but as far as the info from Sony, it's been a little dry. We just come out. But kind of joyous on August 1st. Right here, we got a new PlayStation exclusive. It's called Project Sakura Wars. I think it might be using the Unreal Engine 4. We're getting a new gameplay reveal on July 25th via live stream. It is Japanese RPG.
By the way, they haven't had a conference since last year, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But,
I don't know if it was E3 or I think it was E3. That was the last time they had a conference. Last year. It's been a long time.
Seems that it seems to stem from an anime because I kept looking at the pictures last weekend, and it would seem to be an anime, an older anime before the 2000s, and it has like robots or something, but it's also open world, and you can walk around as the different human characters. It's story driven too, so I want to see more gameplay, but it's gonna be a PS4 exclusive when it comes out. It's been talked about for a while. It's by Sega. So I believe in it. It's something new too. It's a new IP. Then before that, after that, it's China Joy for 2 hours. It's 2 hour conference. They said to go to Gamescom, but did not confirm if they're gonna have a conference. They also confirmed that they're going to Tokyo Game Show, but did not confirm if they're gonna have a conference. Do you believe that Sony's amping up to make a bigger presence, aiming towards December for a potential PlayStation experience?
Say that again.
Right.
Do you think it's amping up? They're coming out more. They're going to these different conferences slowly but surely, going towards the later part of this year because we are in July now, and their first official conference is going to be in August 1st. So do you think that they're amping up to maybe go to a PlayStation experience? And talk about stuff because remember they didn't have a PlayStation experience when they showed off PS4. They went to
they had it. It had its own
their own little show. They didn't have a name. They just had a reveal.
Same thing with the Pro. Yeah. So
more likely, yeah.
I think the next biggest thing will be showing off the PS5. That's what I believe. It'll be Uncharted. I mean, The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima gameplay, but the biggest thing will be the PS5 showcase. They're gonna at least show it like a year and a half. Not a year.
Since you said
so you don't think nothing's gonna be big at PSX? You don't think nothing big coming?
They'll more than likely announce it.
I think they're gonna announce it there.
That's where I put money on it right now. This PSX coming up is when they're gonna show off Ghost of Tsushima and show off Joel.
Have they confirmed it though? PSX?
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. But I think they will have one.
I feel like it's either going to be at the end of this year, or they're going to do the same thing like they did with PS4.
They're not talking about PSX though, but even though it's speculated they might do one, they talked about Gamescom though.
What they've been doing, is they've saved $100 million, right, just from skipping E3 and PSX.
Damn, that's a lot.
They saved $100 million just skipping those two.
We talk about so many times.
They could be gearing up. They could be gearing up. I mean, if you think about it, it's all about money. It's always about money. Like Sony doesn't want to be shackled by E3.
You think about that, man. You got to give respect to Nintendo for skipping so many E3s then. Because Nintendo's been doing a damn good job skipping E3s.
Yeah, I mean, E3 is irrelevant. I've been telling people this. I mean, me and Big Money been going at it for a long time. It is.
It's not relevant. It's the Super Bowl gaming for us gamers. I wouldn't say it's relevant.
But I gotta say,
it's supposed to be for us. It's supposed to be
the thing that the problem with E3 is not necessarily the event. It's just the developers not putting out the games that we want to see at E3. That's the problem.
Well, I think it was kind of lackluster this year because they amping up for the next gen. I think next year's E3 will be much better.
But you look at this year's E3, pretty much the big highlights, aside from like the companies that showed up for the event was mostly the fact that they all are coming out with their own services. You noticed that, right? Ubisoft come out with Uplay Plus.
It was a big highlight, but I just forgot until you reminded me. But yeah,
like there was more services, believe it or not, that kind of overshadowed the newer announcements. You know, a lot of that, and that took a lot of a lot of the event for us. Hell, EA was there, right? But here's the thing: EA didn't have to be there. They just was there with like what 3 games, or it's like 4 announcements. They showed off like 3 hours worth for Apex Legends. Then they had FIFA and Madden, and then they started off with Star Wars. So again, like a lot of these shows didn't necessarily need to happen, and it's because they're not ready. They're going into next year, and they don't have nothing ready for you.
Format as well.
Yeah,
the way they did it anyway. They
so basically, what you see at this event, and what's sad about it too, right? Sony wasn't there, but yet that didn't stop PS4 from being mentioned at all by any developer or by any stage. Yeah, all their games were shown going to it. You know, all their games.
Yeah, Square Enix made that point when they were up there in the conference because PlayStation was a big part of their thing. You know, when they're showing their games anyway.
Oh, and speaking of Square Enix and whatnot, because I see he has the Iron Man gameplay on there. Did you see the leaked Marvel gameplay?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
that shit looked good. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, it did. Yeah,
Thor fights like damn Kratos. Y'all saw that shit? Thor fights like Kratos.
Well, you know, the combat guy worked on.
I know. He fights like it, and I like that. You can throw the Mjolnir and pin people and shit. That's cool.
Exactly. I saw Iron Man do some kick in the air, a little combo right there, and I was like, "That's dope, man." I was like, but I looked at some hidden gameplay from E3, and I thought it looked better. I know that it might look a little generic if they do show us direct feed, but the gameplay is there, and that's what the game is.
They showed you. They gave you a small taste, so it was. They confirmed that the gameplay, pretty much that we saw in that trailer, was legit because you got snippets of it. You know, little snippets. So it was legit. It ran. It looks good. And what's even more cool about that? They announced free DLC, so all the characters will be added, to the
That's
game.
what I like.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
So Black Panther, pretty much, you can expect all characters from the MCU to be in here.
Well, they confirmed this Marvel at Comic-Con showing.
Marvel.
Again, you know what? I've asked this question before. I want to ask Ryan and I really want to ask Thrash this. I want to ask everybody this, but I want to ask Thrash this. Me and Thrash done talked about this before. Thrash, this thing with them showing too much gameplay, and I'm not talking about that gameplay that they showed at Comic-Con. That's cool. I like that. Do you think it's getting to a point where they're showing too much gameplay with these games now?
You can never.
I feel like I don't. At least not yet. At least not yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, this was cool. Like at first they showed like a cinematic. This time they showed in game. As long as they don't blow that shit out to where we don't get no surprises, I don't see the problem with it. But if it's to the point to where we just know everything that's going to happen by the time we get it.
The same footage.
Ironically, we had the same conversation years prior with The Last of Us. Remember? For The Last of Us, we got like extended gameplay sessions of the hotel part where you had to avoid everybody and sneak out. All that was extended. We kept seeing that numerous times, and everybody was like, "Okay, it's like the only hot spot in the game." And obviously, if you played The Last of Us, you know that's not even close to the best part of the game. So, it's better to do it a certain way.
That's why, I hear you guys talk about the Avengers gameplay. I didn't mind. I don't. Obviously, this is coming from someone's fucking iPhone, which we will after Gamescom, we will be getting gameplay of Cyberpunk and Avengers, which got confirmed. So we will finally get to see gameplay on our screens on YouTube at good quality. I didn't mind the gameplay. What I saw of the leaked stuff. I mean, I saw it before at E3, but this was a bit more better quality. I don't mind what I saw, but again, the thing that I said about was I hope that the gameplay is a bit more diverse than what I saw, because I feel like that was a bit straightforward and I think somebody just said generic. And I said to Jay yesterday, I feel like the reason why it's generic and simple is because it's the beginning of the game. It's probably teaching you certain things, And then eventually in the game, you'll start to open up, and again, this game has a Destiny feel to it, where it's going to have different builds, where your costumes will have different abilities, and so on and so forth. So I hope this game, I hope it's got like a good, decent amount of branches for it to be like not just like a fucking like hack and slash sort of game where it's just like you just hit one button. I hope there's a bit more to it. Because
hey, you know what, Adam? You know what? The thing that makes me upset when they do stuff like that is that why would you show? I'm trying to understand this. Why would you show gameplay behind closed doors and then wait to show the same gameplay 2-3 weeks later? I don't understand that. What's wrong with showing the public the gameplay just like when you show it behind closed doors?
Well, I don't know if you heard, Avengers Endgame is now the #1 movie, like in terms of sales worldwide, right? Yeah. It would make sense to give Comic-Con that type of privilege because it is based off of comics. So show off that behind closed doors, for those who were at the event. Because let's be real here, a lot of people who go to Comic-Con, usually 9 times out of 10 don't necessarily get anything special, right? They get a few, talks with the actors, whatever, but that's pretty much it. So why not give that to them first and then give a new, particular section of the game at another time?
Can I ask you a question, Ryan? I want to get your feedback, and then everybody else can go after Ryan. This was said at that Q&A that Kojima did yesterday. I think it's funny because I didn't see this until now. Okay, so Kojima said the easiest way to make money is to make a game where everyone is on an island trying to shoot each other. I don't want to make that. So they say he took a shot at Fortnite, but he's fucking right. Yeah. He wants to make the game that he wants to make. If people go buy it, people go buy it. He's not gonna put something out there for free.
You know what you're getting with Death Stranding? Like you're getting those classic Kojima vibes. It feels like he's trying to make this his next Metal Gear in a weird way. Mm-hmm. It really looks like he's gearing up.
He did say he want to make a franchise after
it looks like he's legit aiming for this to be his next legit Metal Gear Solid. The game looks dope though, but I'm hyped for it. I know it's gonna be good. They released the box art on Twitter, how it's gonna look in the collector's edition. So they did reveal that, so it looks good. But I don't think there's really much that needs to be said. The gameplay for itself speaks. I remember dude said it was a walking simulator with a FedEx simulator. We get the official trailer, and then everybody shut up. Nobody had nothing to say. There was no criticism. There was no oh my god, this game looks like it's gonna be trash. This game looks like it's gonna be 2 hours of walking. Nah. Everybody's like, yo.
What shocked me is when the new gameplay from this year started out with that fucking motorcycle, that amazing motorcycle. I was like, oh yeah, people about to shut up now.
Yeah, I think they missed an opportunity with that motorcycle. I would expect that to be the statue, like the collector's edition statue, but they actually went the baby. A lot of people are making a big deal about the whole baby and the tube thing. They're like, oh my god, you guys are praising a baby for Kojima, right? But y'all talk trash about Xbox dolls. I'm like, how the fuck are we comparing a collector's edition to a fucking doll? And I'm just like, this. I'm not surprised. This is how retarded people are in this community. They try anything. But yeah, that's the thing. People are legit comparing the doll to the fucking collector's edition of the shit. So
I think of the whole gaming sort of social media sort of war shit as it's like zombies in World War Z just climbing over each other, trying to get on top. That's what it feels like to me, bro. They just keep on climbing, bro. I'm like, nah.
Don't move the goalposts every time. Watch. If the PS5 is more powerful this generation, next generation, immediately we'll go, well, it's about the games. So let's keep it about the games. So that's exactly what's going to happen at the start. If Microsoft has the power advantage, again, they're going to ride that power narrative. It's just that's going to do anything. The Xbox One X is the most powerful console right now. Does that change anything for Microsoft? Have they invested in new games for you? No, they just started to invest in new games for you. And that right there is not helping the situation. It's not helping the situation.
We got another game coming out this year, Medieval. A little quiet release here. $30.
What about Concrete Genie as well?
Concrete Genie.
I'm not really not into that again. Oh yeah, Concrete Genie.
Hey y'all, I gotta cut out right quick, man. I'm gonna try to make it back before we leave because I gotta do something right quick. So
okay.
If I don't make it back in time, man, thank y'all for coming out. I got to do something right quick, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Make sure y'all come back next week, everybody. Thank y'all for coming to check us out. Check us out every Sunday at 2:00. PlayStation Legion. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Thras, for coming in. All right, bro. I'm up out of
it. Okay. We're gonna cover like one more topic before we head out. But I did want to talk to you, Ryan. What the fuck is that going on with Google and YouTube? You know, like on August 1st, which we have one more Sunday that we're gonna do it the same way that we've been doing it for 33 episodes. But we have to use the webcam thing. But I got the what is it? Let me make sure I say this right.
To answer that the best way, like really,
the OBS. I got the OBS you told me about. I have that. So
well,
I have the.
Remember I said this before. Like I had a backup plan for the podcast, but the reason why they're getting rid of it is because of censorship. Gamers have been more vocal than ever, especially when it comes to podcasting or just doing like regular, hangouts in general, just to voice their opinion. We're more vocal, especially when it comes to news. A lot of us have done this better than these journalists, and they want to silence that. We make journals look bad. For example, you remember that journalist who was playing Cuphead, couldn't get past the tutorial level?
Yeah.
Are people really listening to that guy for news now?
Nope.
No. Who they listening to? They listen more. Who you think they'd rather listen to? That guy or somebody who has, I say, 15,000 subs and who literally dedicates the channel to news and shit?
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
It's the new news.
And it's just YouTube's on that bullshit, right? They're looking for ways, and it's just it's not going to change anytime soon because they don't care. They pretty much the only time you'll see Google or YouTube change is when the next competitor, and I mean the real competitor, comes to the situation and legit challenges them. Just like you saw with WWE and AEW. Notice how WWE is doing some insane shit. AEW, motherfuckers flipping the bird on TV and saying shit. They didn't do that before. I'm telling you why they're not doing that. They're doing that now because they're afraid. They're losing ratings, empty seats, and you can literally see the empty seats in the marinas. You can see them empty seats.
I saw those pictures that they tried to hide, like they had the light, around.
They dimmed it up around the brim. I'm like, bro, it's clearly empty up there.
Zoom back, man. Everything was empty, and that was right after their first main event at AEW, bro. It was like, look, man.
Got them old school feels when you went to AEW. It kind of reminded me of Triple H's return.
Man. We got to talk about that because AEW is doing it right.
Yes.
AEW is doing it right, and they
need
to make a game. Because I love all the wrestling moves they're doing wrestling moves.
They've taken a lot of their talent, bro. Dean Ambrose is like a big talent for
exactly.
They lost Dean Ambrose. You got Chris Jericho, who's going to be with them.
They got JR as a commentator, which everyone loves.
Oh
yeah. They're doing that though. Like again, the reason why Jericho is there is because Jericho is more than likely. What I think was going on with Jericho wants to be known for something else aside from just, what I'm saying? He wants to expand his portfolio.
He's always
been like that. Yeah, he's traveling a lot, man. He's been in the indie circuit for many years.
Yeah, he really wants to be known for something else, and that's what's really, really great for Jericho. Odds are that he might be the first champion of that company. And tell you the truth, I couldn't have picked a better person to represent them as their first champion, so that's good. But yeah, it's everything they've done for that company is perfect. The women's wrestling is done right. The amount of I think they got a few OG referees right from the WWE era. They got a few. I did see a few of them in there, so that was good.
I saw that they have some female referee. One of the matches I was watching,
diversifying it.
Yeah, and it was like, man, they're doing it. This. Let me just put it this way: this opponent didn't need to come up for you to change your act. It's too late now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You waited so long. You were so dull with your storytelling and the restriction of wrestlers and the PG-13 bullshit that AEW rose up and surpassed you. I'm sorry, they have. They're fucking sell out.
By the way, just to mention, bro, like, because I do watch WWE from time to time. I saw the promo that Bray Wyatt cut this week. That shit looked dope. But the thing is, it's WWE. And I'm like, I hope they use him but I know for a fact they will use him for a degree, and then they'll fuck him over, and they'll just won't.
Bro, he's only going to be there to spike those ratings a little bit, and then after that, he'll immediately go on a shitty losing streak like he did.
Let me put something.
They keep using Brock Lesnar as a fucking Universal Champion. It's like, get that motherfucker out
I've been saying this for a while. EC3 needs to go to AEW. He's a perfect fit.
He fucked up the moment he signed the deal with WWE.
So this is what I've been asking everybody. Do we know the specifics and how long his deal is? Because if it's years, I kind of feel sad for him.
EC3 more than likely signed like the thing is going around, right? Because they signed the Bullet Club or the club for an additional 5 years, right? They signed them on. So that's really what they're trying to do. Like Vince is so scared he's signing a dish. He just throwing money. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude just made $2.9 billion. He's about to be he's about to have $3 billion to his name. So now he's just throwing money around. He's offering $5 million just for extended contracts like that. He's trying to keep, wrestlers who don't want to come on TV, contracts extended until they perform. So Sasha Banks more than likely is going to have a hard time.
I think she might be one of them.
Here in EC, the EA, what is it? AEW.
AEW, yeah. So you're gonna see that shit numerous times, like
Yeah, man, she's disappointed. I saw her pictures, and she doesn't want to deal with them. She stopped following Vince and WWE, all that shit. EC3, I saw this nigga at the bar a couple times with a red cup, just drinking. Like this nigga is not happy. He's not happy. It's fucked up, bro. You signed that deal.
Bobby Roode. They made a heel who a theme song that you actually sung with them as you was being an asshole. They turned the dude to nothing. Are you seeing Bobby Roode on TV?
Nope. He was a great wrestler. He's a great technical wrestler, man. Amazing wrestler. Yeah, I don't see him anymore.
Yeah, but they got him.
Should have fucking left. He shouldn't have took the money. He would have been great in AEW. Like some of these wrestlers in WWE, they're such a good fit for that company. And like you said, they signed that fucking deal, bro, and they're gonna be stuck there for a couple years.
There's a lot of talent in WWE right now that are just not getting used. They're just not.
It's always been that case, but never as much as this generation, man. Yeah. Never as much as this gen.
It's like Rey Mysterio. I feel like they just brought him back for shits and giggles. That guy was.
That's what they did. That's exactly.
They needed his name. He was hot off of Lucha Underground. They needed him back.
With all the Lucha Libres they have over AEW, he would have made a great fit, bro. He would have made a great fit.
If he doesn't get injured or retire.
AEW came along a little bit sooner, bro. I think a lot of people would have signed.
I thought Cody Rhodes did a good job, though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Cody Rhodes says he wanted something and he went out and got it. Simple as. Motherfucker started this shit, like, for a reason. Because it was clear, bro. He brought on his brother, and that was the first pay-per-view event, I think, wasn't it? With him against his brother. And that match was fucking great.
Just think about what you just what you said there. Now remember, these are two guys in WWE, right? They're Goldust and Stardust, right?
Yeah.
Both these guys were not even in the mid card; they were in the prelims of matches.
Yeah, exactly.
They go putting on instant classic like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem that
they're actual fucking wrestlers. Unlike some of the talent in WWE right now.
I will also say another thing.
Like Cesaro's a good one, but
I'll say another thing, bro. I've never saw a wrestler wrestle the type of way that they wrestle in AEW. Like I have not saw so much heart in a very long time. Long, drawn out, drag out, pulling out everything you got to win that match. I gotta say, man, it don't look like no fake shit in that ring, man. I see people busted nose. Fucked
just
up jaw.
You see women doing fucking what's that shit? The Canadian Destroyer. I mean, women ain't bullshitting in this damn promotion,
man.
And you know what's crazy about it? They all got free healthcare and all. This is something that WWE doesn't offer, and that might shock you, but they don't offer healthcare.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Man.
They literally just put you out there. If you get hurt, right? You get hurt. They'll pay for it. They'll do the little video promos and they go, okay, get back whenever. That's how they do it. That's how they treat you. That's how Vince treats his wrestlers. They're like toys to them.
You
get fucked up. Oh, yeah, you get fucked up. I got new one.
Man, like as soon as Vince is gone and Triple H takes over, like fully, that's when I feel like that might be a good point because Triple H knows a lot about it. Like there's a point when NXT was better than the fucking main cards because like it was better wrestling, there was better matches, it was good, whatever it was, but. I'm just trying to think what was the last match I watched on WWE that was really good. And I just can't even fucking recall. I really can't. No, I'm glad that like Kofi Kingston's like champions have had like New Day's pretty cool.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not either. You would think, okay, him being a WWE champion, you would think he would go back to the SOS gimmick, give him like a proper champions run where he's like he doesn't rely on the New Day, he doesn't come out in New Day gear. He will legit be Kofi Kingston. And this
might happen though eventually. I feel like they have to pull that plug to do a heel turn on whoever it is. Like,
I want to say that, and they had opportunities. I think Ryan has opportunities. They
opportunists.
They're not gonna do that shit though.
They didn't do it, bro.
They make too much money on the fucking merch on that team.
Nah, if they have merchandise, guess what they make money off of? And you might be shocked. That fucking cereal.
You fucking joking.
You think I'm joking? No, that cereal sells. People buy that shit.
That's illegal.
They buy that shit. It's even in Walmart. You can find that shit in Walmart. That cereal sells.
Bootios. They make sure you ain't booty.
Motherfuckers legit selling cereal. So.
Nigga said Bootios.
Wow.
No, they made a pack.
That's the name of their gimmick. They got like these cereal called Bootios, which is funny.
Oh my god, bro! I mean, I don't know how we talked about wrestling, but you know what? It's cool.
We talking about wrestling. Sorry, guys. Hey,
bro.
Sometime in life, man. Come on. We all watch wrestling. I'm up here making a new logo for the Legion because I got to put that fucking Discord.
Well, that time we spoke about Xbox for so fucking long, I was like,
the Discord soon because fucking YouTube wants to be a bitch.
You're gonna have to switch. I already made our jump. Shit,
it's so fucked.
Where you going on your? Are you going Discord or?
I mean, I have a good Discord community.
No, not you, Jay. Thingy, Fresh.
Oh, me? Yeah, we got a Discord, but. I mean, we talk. We got like our Discord. we got some gangster shit, some crazy shit in my Discord, man. I'm not even going to lie, bro. We even got like a porno section, dog. It's crazy, bro. Like, to be honest, the porno section is the most active of sections. But no, we do have a Discord though, and we do our thing. We're gonna start doing our thing probably today or tomorrow. I'm test it out. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Another thing Google are pulling out of, I guess, like the Google Glass and hopefully Google Stadia.
Mm-hmm. Google Stadia will be the beast.
It'll be the beast. The power of the cloud. So fluffy.
All these cats. Damn, it's a whole lot of reaching going on Twitter right now.
It's come at the end of the year, doesn't it? I feel like.
I just want to end this by saying good luck to Gears. Good luck to Gears. I think it's going to be a good game for the Xbox fans, but I don't think you guys should be doing what you're doing. Because when that disappointment sets in, like it always does, I don't want to see you trying to hide Gears of War from Death Stranding when you said, oh, this is going to be better than this. Don't do that. Okay, please don't. Gears has always been Gears, and it's always been good because it's been Gears. It's been gritty, it's been bloody, it's been hardcore, and I respect that there's still a game out there like that. But most of the gamers now, we know it's all about that story. We can hop on a multiplayer hours, but it's all about that story.
Shit, it's all about getting better than last generation. If you ask me, man, it's just an atrocity for Metal Gear to be on a 50 times less powerful console, and your game is comparable to it. Like your main marquee games, I can understand State of Decay, Sea of Thieves, but Gears. Now, Gears should never be comparable to anything on a PS3. It's like God of War wouldn't. Just like Spider-Man wouldn't. You don't. It's just like and people think I'm bashing Gears. I love Gears. I know Gears looks good, bro, but it doesn't look good enough. And if you don't say anything, they're not gonna know. Stupid ass niggas. That's why I be tripping off of these cats, man. Dumb niggas. Even if it look good till you say it don't, so they can do it better, nigga. What the fuck is wrong? Get more for your money. Get more for your money.
Exactly. Look, crazy, all I'm gonna say right now, if anybody want to start comparing Gears of War 5, to PS4 exclusives,
Don't.
I will require you to have an Xbox interface when you share your pictures.
Please don't do that.
Look. I don't want you sharing pictures from somebody else's PC on max settings. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying. Because I know a lot of you.
I'll give it to him and tell him, hey,
give
me your max setting, max PC showing of that game, and I'll show you a better screenshot of Metal Gear Solid 4. Do it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, bro. It doesn't matter how much resolution it is. It's all about the talent and
just a couple minutes ago, I heard someone talk about Gears, like, saying they liked it and stuff like that. And I just want to ask a question. When they showed off Gears at E3, right? Were you pissed off that they didn't show single player? Like, they don't show single player first before fucking.
For sure.
Yeah,
that was the worst thing. That was the worst thing they did for that game. It was actually concerning because it's like at this point, why aren't you showing us gameplay with Gears 4? They show Gears. Bro. They show gameplay. Yeah. So why not with Gears 5?
I just find it funny, bro, because they opened up with the trailer, right? With Billie Eilish's track. That was dope. I liked that trailer. I was like, okay, show us gameplay. No, we're going to show you a fucking CG trailer of a brand new game mode, and then we're going to do some pyro effects showing fucking AJ Styles. Yeah. Xavier Woods underneath, not even fucking playing the game.
Yeah.
Okay, Xbox.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna have to dip out. You got food right here, and gotta get ready in a few minutes for this show.
Shit, we almost said we got fucking 6 more minutes, so we about to wrap it up too. But I'm shoot me a link so I can look at that shit, or if you want me to join, Other than that, I'm gonna probably chill for the rest of the day.
I'll let them up for sure. But appreciate the invite, and I'll let y'all later.
Okay. Yeah, hey, remember that battle you just said that you up to par with me now. So, whenever you're ready, let me know.
Up to par the moment I brought you into this world, son.
Oh wow. Okay, we're gonna see. We can see who Daddy is. We're gonna see who Daddy is when we get on the stage. I say ball that for the action.
Yeah, I don't know would you stream it or you let Ty or Nancy stream it. No matter.
It don't matter to me. That's up to y'all. It don't matter.
I'm not streaming. All right. I'll be back in a bit.
Cool. So any ending statements? We got like 4 minutes, 3 minutes. So anything we might have left out for this week? Because I know next week's you'll start heating up towards that
China thing.
Yeah, that joy. What is it? Joy, China Joy. Yeah, the China Joy shit. And it's about to be a brand new week, man. We heading into the last week of fucking July, and hey, man, we could be in September before you fucking know it. Kids are about to go back to school anyway. So shit's about to get real.
When we're talking about Death Stranding, I thought I'd mention it because again, not people talking about the box art. And there was something else that was mentioned, which was I mentioned it to you yesterday. During the panel, Kojima explained Nicholas Winding Refn's Death Stranding character, which is called Hartman's, which he then went on to say Hartman's heart stops every 21 minutes. What happens is that he dies and he looks for his family on the other side for 3 minutes and then comes back. Which I spoke to you yesterday about. I said this to you and you went, oh shit. And again, I read that. That sounds really interesting. So every 20 minutes, his heart stops, goes to the Strand world, finds his family for 3 minutes, and then comes back. It's like just more Kojima shit, but I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for that game. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to that game.
The story is going to be something. It's going to take you for a ride. Like I said, I'm just happy that I can get in on this gen. It's a brand new IP. I can be a part of this shit when it starts because I think he's gonna try to make a franchise after this. Will it be the same people? Probably not. He probably, Kojima gonna have actors that he want to be in his game for the next installment.
You said yesterday, didn't you? He was gonna
pick Keanu Reeves. Yeah. So it's like, I can't wait to see what goes on with this, man. Kojima normally releases demos of Metal Gear games, so I don't know. We might end up getting a demo, we might not. But it doesn't matter. I got my shit pre-ordered day one. I will be off of work on November 8th. I took off on that fucking Friday. I'm starting to play that shit as soon as I get home. I'm not fucking around, man. I'm gonna get a jump on that.
I wonder how long that game's gonna be.
I'm still waiting for Nino Cooney and Avengers to go on the pre-order on the PlayStation Store, and I have not saw either one.
I still think that game. I still thought Avengers is gonna get delayed.
Yeah, Avengers is gonna get delayed, but I think they gotta have some pretty cool incentives for PlayStation as far as like themes and avatars, shit like that, man. Because this is what I wanted to share with Thrash. It looks like the Avengers people are at Sony Santa Monica's mocap studio, the one they used for God of War. I saw yesterday, and that makes the connection a little bit tighter. Could this game have been an exclusive? Probably, but even if it's not, they gonna get a lot of perks, man. Sony getting
for the Square Enix one, right? The Square Enix
for the Square Enix Avengers game. Yep.
I mean, I'm hearing Spider-Man is going to be exclusively on PS4.
That's the rumor. That's what I'm hearing. It will only make sense. I mean, I would also like that Iron Man suit they use in the VR to have that PlayStation gamer. You know, Avengers game.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be dope. Same thing with the Spider-Man white logo suit. I would love that to be in the Avengers game.
Again, there's loads of things that obviously are at hand when it comes to that game and PlayStation, because obviously they, what's his name? Roseman did mention on stage that he has a good partnership with them, so sure. They have to use Spider-Man, bro, in their films, man. And we own Spider-Man right now, so Sony are like, listen, gotta give something to us, man. Gotta give something to us. Yeah, guys, man.
Yeah. Well, guys, it is 4:30. We about to hop on out of here. I want to thank everybody for showing up.
That was a great nap.
Enjoy the rest of this hot ass day.
Yes,
sir. It's been hot. Be safe out there. It's still gonna be hot tomorrow. Bring water. Don't stay out in the sun. Don't walk around all out in the sun like you fucking superhuman or something. Don't take the fucking chance. We had these news reports of different people dying. A football player died. A heat stroke. Don't
talking about the Giants football player?
Yeah, the Giants football player. If you don't need to go outside, don't go outside. I got snacks in the fucking house. I don't need to get the fuck out this weekend. And whenever it's gonna be hot like this, man. I like heat, but not this much. Okay.
Just get a nice ice pack and put it in between your legs and go outside. You'll be fine.
Shut the hell up, Adam. Okay. Do you guys want to do your intros, or should we just jet?
Yeah, just get out.
Okay.
I see, bro. People know who Fresher is, and obviously us, bro. I'm like, you know what I mean?
All right.
Okay.
You're good.
I'm